Yay! Did we nail it?
We were almost there.
I think it was really good.
Real quick. That was good.
I think it was good.
Hey guys, welcome to Black Bag Vikings. It has been a while, 10 weeks I think since the last time?
12.
12.
Felt like yesterday.
12 weeks. It's been 3 months.
It's been 3 months.
3 months.
And in between our last season and this season, Jordan did his Wild Cards game, which was awesome, and we're going to do our second season now. And so everything is very exciting. It's weird when you get used to coming in and doing a show. You're like, oh, hiatus, I can't wait to not be doing a show for a couple of weeks.
I wrote in everyone's yearbooks.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a bitchin' summer.
And then you get...
It was a spring. It was
then
spring.
you get about,
spring.
3 weeks into vacation, you're like, wow, I'm bored as shit. I want to run something.
That once.
Well, you went to Hawaii.
I did.
So that's
so
a
you're
whole
planning a
thing.
wedding. You got
things going on.
Yeah.
I can't wait until I'm on the other side, like you people.
Wow.
Join us, Ben.
Just I can't wait. I'm sorry.
Wow.
That came out wrong.
Join the dark side, Ben.
Join it.
I'm getting married soon.
Yay!
And you're all invited.
Yay!
Especially you.
But you have to find the ceremony and the date and time.
It's over there.
Somewhere
At this
around.
time.
We'll be dropping clues throughout this season of Black Bag.
Exactly.
About where and when Ben will be getting married. And
A bunch of Say We Throw people show up at the
number
Dibbies on
one.
Gower.
Yeah.
Number one, Stavanger.
Stavanger. Okay, so the last time we left, you guys had fought this large contingent of fishmen that were coming out of the sea and attacking this monastery.
Fishmen.
Right.
Roly-poly. No.
You
Don't want to get sued.
Yeah, do you want to get sued? You also defeated a sorcerer who you then took over basically the island and have been using it as kind of a waypoint. The island's actually the Shetland Islands between Scotland and your village. So it is a good waypoint. But there's been about 6 months between everything that happened in season 1 and where we're starting today. So if you've never watched this before, you're okay.
But you did fail to mention the giant flying. I don't know how to describe those creatures.
the giant flying horrors that with the human faces and everything.
But those were in another dimension.
No, they were on an island in the sky.
Right, but there was like weird dimension.
There was a dimensional shift going on.
Mm.
Now, all of this stuff happened, and I don't know if you remember, but at the end of the last episode, I had said that you have gone through all these different things, and one thing that strikes you is the fact that you're seeing supernatural things, but none of them are lining up with the mythology that you are used to seeing. And that is something that you've probably thought about. Now, the last 6 months have gone by without much incident. Grimmir's, we moved to we live on Grismer now, which is really close to your character's name.
Oh.
And
That's a cool name. I wish I had named my character Grismer instead of Grimir. Oh well.
So
Next one.
Yeah, next time. His twin brother.
I think Dom just grabbed a stack of, are those like Pop-Tarts you got there?
It could be.
What's in your snack stack?
What'd you
Dom?
get there, man?
Snack stack.
Snack
Sounds
stack.
like a really bad MTV. What's in your snack stack?
Dude.
Send us a
I
picture.
feel weird touching that.
It is just weird. All right, so like I said, 6 months has gone by, and you stayed on the island.
And this is the same island this is where the monastery
Yeah,
is.
you stayed at the monastery
Right, okay.
to basically go over the books and stuff and try to learn as much as you can.
And decode my weird book.
You decode your weird book.
My madness book.
Did I build a new boat?
Actually, over the last 6 months, you've been just working on boats.
God, I love it.
And
This is my favorite time.
you've been building boats. You've been.
Thank you.
Biz Karen.
Thank you for the $15 and no cents.
No sense.
No sense at all.
From BSB
Hey, now I can see.
It's because BSB Care really loves the fact that I was writing ships this entire time.
Yeah.
You shipwreck.
Magnus is probably so laid back right now.
You
how's
also
Magnus
haven't.
doing?
You're doing good. You also haven't had any changes.
Yeah.
Like you haven't turned into anything or.
It's always a plus.
Stress-free life.
So a lot of
Making
people are kind of chalking it up to, well, that was just the gods testing us. It didn't really happen, or, we made it through the trials. Björna has been working on rebuilding. You've kind of become the leader of the city in absence of a jarl, because there's been nobody to step in that was in the noble caste. You have been traveling a lot, going on raids, coming back. Right now you're back in Stavanger. And so everything has kind of really calmed down. And we start...
Let's hope it stays that way.
It should stay that way. I'm sure it'll be that way forever.
Get ready for Idyllic Pastoral Life Season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally 9 months. Please roll to see if you can make it across the street with to the butter churn. Whatever.
See if you can cross the stream without getting your boots wet. That'd just ruin your day.
That would suck. All right. So you guys are those three of you that are in Stavanger. You see. It's a normal day, and you're working on different projects, building. How did you mess? You used to do this.
I can't remember how I did it.
How you did
used to have a little triangle hanging down.
Right.
And you did the rest of it in just the triangle.
Right, okay. Yeah, ignore me. I'm just going to try and
Okay.
tie some stuff on my face.
So ignore me. Oh, thank you, BSB Care. Thank you for saying welcome back, and thank you for the 3 rerolls. Yay!
Hey, BSB Care.
Woo-hoo!
No.
Rerolls for the GM, yeah!
Yay! All right.
Thank you.
So off in the distance, you guys see one column of smoke, as if a camp. Probably maybe half a mile away, and that's not usually normal. You usually don't see anything like that because remember, you guys have mountains around you. So you're kind of hemmed in, and you've got this horseshoe-like bay. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Keep talking. Keep narrating. Everything's fine.
Ignore me.
Good.
Ignore
this is
me. Okay. So you guys see this, and you're down at the docks getting ships ready. What would you be doing?
Well, where am I? I'm not in Stavanger.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, okay.
You're home right now. What do you think you'd be doing?
Well, how long have I been home?
Probably about a couple of weeks.
So I was going to say probably...
And it's morning. It's like 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. So...
Or it's here on sundial. It's a very loud... Anyway, go ahead.
I'm probably having something to eat, getting ready to probably talk to some other people about the next raid and start planning.
So you're probably the one that notices this the first because you remember stories from earlier. Now, winter is on its way. I had to figure out how to say that. You probably because it's been about 6 months. It was spring when the thaw came and all of that stuff happened. So you're getting very close to the first real snows and the trees have already started to change color. So this would be the last time, if you were going to get raided, it would be now. So it would engender some concern on your part. you, over the last 6 months, have had Leaf kind of following you around, trying very hard to win your affections. But you've been so focused on running the town that you haven't really had time. But you know that he is nearby somewhere, usually, looking out for you, even though he's really not. So what would you do in this situation? Would you just, ignore it for right now, or what would your...
No, I imagine if I saw that, I would probably grab a couple of some of the stronger folks who are nearby and send them off to go and investigate it.
Okay. Would you send Leaf with them?
It depends upon who's nearby. I might, yeah.
Okay. He's definitely nearby. All right. So you send him off. And about 45 minutes to an hour later, they come back, and they have 2 men with them. One's an older guy with a, really long beard, gray, looks like he's been in a few fights. But he's dressed like somebody of authority, much like the Jarl. Now, you guys have had the Jordan's father in the city for a while now. And
he's corporeal still,
yes, he's corporeal.
Gross.
And so when they show up, he kind of goes away. He disappears because everybody has kind of gotten used to him to a point.
Does he just sort of like roam around, like just walk through the streets
Yeah,
and everything?
absolutely.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah, he's just kind
I
of
guess
around.
it's been 6 months, so you can get used to a lot.
I mean, everyone gets used to things pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the one reason why there hasn't been people that have just outright said, what happened never happened, because he's proof that there are supernatural forces.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say they've all gotten used to him, or that there aren't people who avoid him like the plague.
He's a lot to take in.
Yes.
He's a lot to take in.
But he hasn't burst through your chest in a while, which has been nice.
Just, yeah.
Has he started wearing clothes yet?
No.
Oh, that's disturbing.
Yeah, no. Yeah, not so much. Okay, so the second man is quite tall. Probably they're both tall, but the second guy is younger, probably in his, like maybe 18, 19, 6'7", real tall guy, on a huge horse, and they come in, and Leaf takes them to you, and they get off their horses, and the older gentleman says, I am Jarl Rolik. I've come to talk to Grimur.
He's not here.
What do you mean he's not here? Isn't he the son of the Jarl that was killed?
Yes, but he's off on an island somewhere else that we raided, learning their ways.
Well, who's been running this town?
I have.
How is that possible? You're a woman.
Well, I tell everybody what to do. I've rebuilt this town. Everyone's listened to me. That's how.
I appreciate shield maidens to a point, but you're not noble blood, and you have no right to be running this town.
Well, that's fine. If we
Father,
can't help
relax,
you with anything.
relax. The second man says, the younger man, Father, this is not the way to approach this.
You can tell he's a millennial.
And they're destroying everything.
Yeah.
Like a 16th century.
Millennials are
16.
killing raiding.
Yeah, it's 1826, 826, so.
26.
Oh, man.
1826. These are
Wow. They are not progressing very well.
This is Wildcard's Vikings.
Steampunk.
Blackback steampunk. So he goes, well, we need to bring him back and speak with him about succession and who's going to be running this city.
I don't think he's going to want to. And who are you, anyway, to decide who runs our city?
I'm a Jarl. I'm
And?
of the noble class. You do know what a Jarl is, right? We run the different cities. We pass judgment and put up trade and do all the things that Jarls do. I know this is all very hard for a woman
Leaf,
to
was this
understand.
man such an asshole the whole time?
And the younger man says, "No, your thrall was very nice to us."
No, that's not what I was worried about. I was more worried about your father being the asshole.
The father, kind of bristles at your words and yeah.
My beard!
Gets kind of upset.
Puffs up like a scared cat.
He goes, once again, the younger man says, well, is there a place that we can sit down and relax and maybe we can talk about this after my father's had some food and we've thank you.
Gojira!
Gojira!
Thank you for the sub.
Yay!
Thank you, Gojira!
Is there some place we can, like the longhouse or something?
We've mostly rebuilt it. We can go there if you would like.
Leaf kind of comes up to you and on his tippy toes and says,
Yes.
You're very big.
"You're a very tall woman.
That's true.
Hot.
I think they have a large contingent of men not far out."
What is the point of them bringing all of these men here?
Well, I think they were going to size up Grimir, but now that since he's not here, I think they're sizing you up.
I think they want to try to take the town.
That would be my guess.
Well,
If word has gotten out that Grimir is not the strongest leader,
well, I think they're going to be sorely disappointed.
okay, I agree. So you guys go to the hall. Now you've done your morning stuff and you're kind of walking around and you see off in the distance all of this stuff happening. And are you going to go check it out or are you going to kind of stay away?
I'm going to go check it out, but I'm going to arm myself just in case.
It's pretty much a given that you guys probably are armed all the time. I can imagine, especially with the epidemic of bear attacks.
I mean, it's
Those
a
bears.
real problem.
It is a real problem. They're all over the place.
It's not the bear attacks I'm worried about.
Okay,
Bear piles.
so you wake up.
Orgies.
Yeah, you wake up in the morning, and you wake up later than these guys, and you're about to head down, and you have been feeling this like cramp in the side.
From all the shipwriting.
It hurts bad. And so you go down and you start to work and you see these people come in, but you don't pay much attention to them because it's just two people. So why worry about it? And then at one point you feel like something separates on your like this like sound. And all of this rush of air goes into your chest cavity.
And you're dead.
What do you want to do?
Scream in pain.
Okay. After screaming in pain.
Where's...
Do you want to lift up your shirt and see what's going on, or are you too afraid?
No, I'll lift it up.
Okay. You lift it up and you have this huge gill that goes from about your belly button all the way to your side.
I shouldn't have looked.
Of course you do.
And it's kind of got this like mucus covering over it.
I'm gonna
Nice.
Scoop the mucus.
Yeah.
Okay, it hurts.
Don't scoop the mucus.
Can I get a
Gross.
can I
When
get
you when you have a giant thing of mucus on you, are you not going to try to get the mucus off
I mean,
you?
you do your mucus. And I'll do mine.
I'm assuming you were just to say roll for sanity.
Yeah.
Cool.
Imagine you scoop it off and just like throw it at the wall, right?
I rolled a 4.
Good.
Just the mucus
So you're
I'm
scooping
superly okay.
on the wall.
Scoop the Mucus sounds like an
bad
album.
punk band.
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
bad punk band album name,
Yeah.
Scoop the mucus.
Scoop the Mucus.
Okay, so
You know.
yeah,
So it just-
you clean it out and you're like, ugh. And every once in a while you feel it open and suck in a bunch of air.
Does it feel good?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes it feels like
Do you feel oxygenated?
Do I feel more oxygenated when like in a different way than when I breathe?
it feels different. Yeah, it feels like, you know how when you breathe in, you can actually feel your lungs expand. This feels like there's some kind of new organ down here in your stomach area that's filling up with air.
I'm feeling very nauseous right now.
So, yes.
You're a lungfish.
or it's your swim bladder.
So is this Gojira? Okay, Gojira
should
0307 gives Gumur one reroll. Like, yeah.
Now it's just me.
Like it's all like,
I
"Ah,
was like, I
fine."
have 2 rerolls from the last session.
Well, I mean, it's
Did
a
they
different
carry over?
season.
Okay, well, that's why I'm
I'm
asking.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh.
Do I still have 400 hit points?
400 hit points? No.
Thank you very much, Gojira.
Oh, my shield.
You are protector of
was
the
down
children,
would
and I
have been
appreciate it.
repaired.
You get a new shield,
What?
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, part of me wants to test out this new gill.
Jump in the water.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
I mean, but that's Ben. I don't know if Magnet.
I don't think Magnus would do that right
Magnus
this
wouldn't
moment.
do it at the moment. He'd let it happen more naturally.
So, but you're saying if Ben discovered a gill on his side after scooping the mucus out of it, you'd be like, well, I gotta get in the water.
I got
First
it.
things first.
Do you know what my number one fear of is?
What?
Drowning to death. So if I found that I had a gill all of a sudden,
You would
I'm
breathe
gonna,
through it underwater?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna try to breathe through it underwater because then I can just swim underwater and not worry about drowning.
Well, we all
Okay.
learned something today.
So,
For his wedding, buy him gills.
Hashtag hope.
mucus
Hashtag
skills.
hope.
So you
Hope for gills.
you've been locked up in this monastery for a while. It's just you and your thrall,
On Froy?
Anfroy, and then a Saxon woman has been bringing you food and stuff. And her name's Anwin.
Okay.
Anwin has been, concerned about you. The weather, because you spend a lot of time not eating, the weather on the island has turned relatively violent
Okay.
because it is getting closer to winter, and it is a flat island out in the middle of the ocean. So it gets hit by these big big rainstorms quite often. Anyway, so you're studying these books. Now, I don't know, did I tell you, I gave you the amounts that you're supposed to up your...
Yeah.
yeah.
I upped my Cthulhu mythos by 5%. since
Okay, cool.
In the time that I've been studying this book.
So what languages do you know right now?
Right now, I know I can read Latin and I can read Greek,
Okay.
but I can only speak French
Okay. So
and my native tongue.
over the last, roll a d10 for me.
Okay. 2.
2. Okay, so I'm going to double that by 5 to give you 10. You've got 10% in reading French now
Oh, okay.
because of just learning. So remember that the book that you found is broken up into several different languages where
Right.
they'll start a sentence in French and end it in Latin or end it in Old Norse or something. It's ridiculous.
Which
like
in
from Wonder
this
Woman.
time period would be Norse.
Norse, yeah.
Yeah, just normal Norse.
Just normal Norse.
Maybe even New Norse.
So give me a roll against your mythos. What's your mythos at right now?
24.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
Crazy.
Give me, and then what is your? I guess give me a roll against your mythos.
73.
Okay, can you re-roll it?
Okay. 90.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you've spent hours on this one passage and you just can't get it. And there's something that keeps drawing your eye back to it.
Okay.
And so I guess the way that you are sitting has got you've got a look on your face, and Unwin comes in and says, "You've been at this too long. You haven't slept in a couple of days."
Rizlak, thank you for the resub.
Yay.
7 months. Wow.
Awesome. So she goes, maybe it's time to walk away from it for a while.
Thank you. I'm not tired. I'll sleep better once I've figured out what
Master,
this is.
please, you need to sleep.
I'm fine. Onward, thank you.
She kind of hovers around the desk for a little bit. She goes, well, I'll bring your breakfast soon.
Sure. Yes. Thank you.
She leaves. You're looking at this passage, and you're trying to figure out a way. Now, you're kind of looking at the words before and the words after. And the whole book is kind of disjointed in the way, so like sentences go this way and then they'll go up.
Right.
Weird stuff like that. If you want to push it, the roll, to try to figure out the passage, I will give you an advantage die to it. But it's your call.
So you're saying if I want to use my push token to re-roll my Cthulhu Mythos roll
To
again?
try again, basically.
Or my
you know-
hesitancy to do this, Wes, comes from the fact that you had me re-roll when I failed to do it, which makes me think that something bad is going to happen to me
That's
if I
not
do that.
necessarily true.
Okay.
But I think what if you're willing to study it for, let's say, another hour,
Yeah.
we'll just do a fresh roll, and then if you don't get that roll, then you can try a push if you want.
Okay. I mean, I'm definitely going to keep studying it, because I mean, what
Okay.
else am I going to do? Eat breakfast? Chumps. Right.
Breakfast.
So after a while, your thrall comes in, which I'm sorry, completely.
Onfroy.
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 Onfroy
My
comes
French
in.
thrall.
Sir, it's. How long have you been at this?
I'm merely a couple of days, Onfroy.
Let me take away your breakfast.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I'd forgotten it was there.
How long have you been in here? I mean, have you left today, sir?
I'm working on a particular problem, Onfroy, that's being difficult. I'll leave once I decode it.
Well, I'll bring in some dinner for you.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Okay. Make your roll.
You may go, Onfroy.
Takes your.
63.
Razlek gives a push to Magnus. Yay! Thank you.
For being such a mucus scooper.
Mucus scooper.
Thanks.
All
I'm gonna
right.
use this to not drown.
So you get an advantage on this roll because you've been studying it for hours, but you didn't even realize time passed.
Oh, on that roll?
On the next roll you're doing.
You-
You already did it?
Yeah, I got a 63. Did
Okay,
you want
it
me to-
should have been with an advantage.
Oh, okay.
So just
can
redo
I
it.
borrow your tens place? Yeah. So I could just roll this one because
Yeah.
the other one was 3. 50. So yeah, I got a 53.
Okay. Now you can push it if you want. You don't have to.
Okay.
It's your choice.
I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna keep working on it.
Okay.
Just good old-fashioned elbow grease, brain elbow grease,
Brain grease.
brain
like-
grease,
Side music.
and brain grease.
Okay.
Just don't
so
scoop that.
let me.
Can mold it a little.
Yeah.
Oh.
Profit 7.
Profit 7.
Thank you for the follow.
So much better than Prophet 6.
Ah. Sorry. I hit the wrong
Infinitely
button.
better. I mean, it's at least one better.
It's an infinite amount of.
But that's one better.
I guess it's 0 to 1.
But can't you make 10 just a little bit louder?
Mine goes to 11.
Exactly. All right. So back in Stavangard, they're in the longhouse, and your mom walks up and you guys are outside. You're talking with Leaf about the troops. You see, because the way that the village is set up, you can see Magnus down working on ships, and every once in a while you'll see him like lift up his shirt and then put it back down and go back to
I do
work.
like the idea that I'm just continuously looking at it.
Yeah. Wouldn't
Well,
you
wouldn't
though?
you be? I mean, come on. It's a new thing.
I told you what I would do if I.
That looks like it needs some Epsom salt. Anyway.
But is that a thing though? Like, just do we
Absence?
understand? No, do we understand that fish can breathe underwater because of their gills? Is that like a thing we would
Probably
know at this point?
We might.
I mean, it seems like a pretty basic logic. Fish underwater somehow survives.
And when you open it up, it has no lungs. Unless
Well,
it's
and
a
plus, if you're
lungfish.
looking at a fish who is swimming around, you see their gills moving.
Right.
So you'd probably
yeah, you
make.
probably put 2 and 2 together.
Probably know that it's at least connected.
Yeah.
And I also feel it.
Right. Well, yeah. There's that. Gross.
Gross.
My
So-
tummy lungs.
My tummy lungs.
Leaf goes, yes, there's at least 40 to 50 men.
How many do we have?
Maybe 20 good men still. Most of them are out raiding right now. They're trying to get the last raids done and merchants.
Do I know that she's back? I mean, this is not the first time that I'm seeing her. is
No,
it?
no, she's been back for like a week or
okay.
week and a half.
Okay. Well, then it sounds like we need to make them think we have a lot more than we do, or be sneaky about it if we have to take them out.
Well, what about Grimir? Shouldn't we go get him?
For what purpose? He doesn't want to do any of this anyway, and he
Am
would
I
tell that to
up
them.
hearing this?
Yeah, you guys
Okay.
are all
Okay.
together.
Plus, by the time he got back here,
Well,
whatever
shouldn't we
was
get
happening
him
would be
before
over.
the winter anyway? You shouldn't be staying
Well,
out there
yes,
at a
probably.
Saxon hold.
But it's not always easy to make Grimir do anything. But yes, we should
Are
probably.
you
bring him
kidding? Have
back.
you seen Grimir? All we have to do is throw him over our shoulder. He has no choice.
Yeah, and then he sneaks away in the annoying ways he does it.
Yes.
But I don't think it's important right now. Not for this. I'm here. You're here.
What should we do? How do we approach these people? The sun seems like he's at least.
I think we need more information, and then if they insist on attacking us, we'll kill their Jarl.
Okay.
Then we'll take their town.
Okay.
I like that idea. Here on the wind.
Messages via that.
Just see with your finger.
I mean, you gotta at least try, or you won't know otherwise.
Ugh, salty.
Okay. So you walk in to the dining hall room, and he's sitting there at one of the tables with his son. So how long would it take you to get Grimir? He says, before you even sit down.
It depends upon if we send someone to get him. I mean, how far is this place? It wasn't that far.
It's not that bad. It would take about probably maybe 3 or 4 days there, and maybe 3 or 4 days back.
About a week.
It could take up to a month, if that's really what you want to wait for.
A month? What is he doing anyway?
He's learning their ways.
Whose ways?
The
Saxons?
The Saxons.
Those people, they're not worth learning anything from. We've defeated them so many times at this point, they're weak. So you've been running this city. Is this your mother?
It is.
Yes.
Do you have any mead in this longhouse that we can partake in?
Yeah, there's probably some somewhere. I imagine there's a.
I'm sure. Don't we have a thrall
Yeah, like.
nearby that we can?
Sure. Or you can tell Leaf to do it.
Leif, can you please go get us some meat?
I am,
Meat boy.
as my son said, I am Yara Rolik, and my son is Sven. We were told through a messenger that you guys had a battle of some sort with some kind of Viking city from the south.
Someone, but we defeated them and are still here.
And you rebuilt.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's very admirable. So, I am told by my son that the best way to approach this is to figure that you are going to be the leader for the foreseeable future until we find someone of noble blood to take over, which would be someone like my son or myself.
Why would you come here to take over? You're not from this town. This is not your town.
But you guys don't have a Jarl.
And?
You must have one.
We're doing pretty well right now.
I would say that you're doing well, yes, especially considering...
I think really what you're saying is that you want to come here and take the town for yourself. You might as well be frank.
Well, would fall under my jurisdiction as a Jarl. Are you saying you want to control the town?
I'm saying that we're doing just fine by ourselves and we don't need another town to come in and do anything here.
But what happens when you start to have even more people come in and try to take you over who aren't part of the nobility, who don't own lands and titles?
Do you know of someone who's planning to do that?
There are people out there that would find it easy to attack a place like this.
And what makes you better than them?
I have titles and land.
And they don't?
No, not usually.
None of them? There must be another town nearby with a Jarl with titles and lands.
Young lady, do you want to be Jarl?
Well, it is not necessarily something I had considered, but I would take it.
You would take it.
And I think I would do a damn fine job. My mother would know.
Would she?
Yes. I have faith in my daughter.
You
We
know-
also have, before you interrupt us again, we also have Grimur. He is the rightful heir.
You don't have him at
and
all.
if he chooses...
He's not here, though.
He's on a mission.
How long has he been gone on this mission?
That's none of your concern.
Well, it is my concern if he's not here.
No,
So Jarl is never allowed to leave his village. So
Not
maybe
normally.
you should go back home.
Oh.
does have a point.
Because he's kind of stymied by that, and his son goes, I think what my father is trying to say is there is not a history of shield maidens being Jarls. And though tradition can change, it is not a tradition that is easily changed.
But what I am saying, if I'm allowed to finish being a mere woman, what I am saying is that if the Jarl must be someone of noble blood, it is the person of noble blood who is Grimur who must name an heir.
We'll bring
It
him
is
back.
not you.
Who's interrupting now? Look, let's just say that you're correct, right? And we bring Grimir back, and he names a successor, which is fine. The step has to be Grimir has to come back.
We never said he was never coming back. He just happens to be away right now.
Is he coming back before the winter? Before you get snowed in here?
Why does it matter to you? This is none of your concern unless we asked for your help. And we have not, and we don't want it.
It just is unusual for non-landowners to be running a city.
I'm sorry, you're so confused.
I'm not confused by your arrogance.
Oh. One thing he's got going, at least.
Whispers
You
the
hear
wind.
something?
Okay, so down by the docks, as you keep working, you notice if you move a certain way, your side will hurt a little bit, or you'll feel it kind of move in a weird way, right? Because it's literally right here, so you know how you're moving constantly.
Constantly.
You know.
You never stop.
You never stop moving.
The way you have to right ships is a lot of torso movement.
A lot of torso movement.
Plus, you got bit by a jitterbug in a bad way.
So, as you're moving around, like I said, every once in a while, this big breath happens. And you kind of look around, and you've got a crew of people helping.
Oh God, is it audible? Is it audible to
Yeah.
like? Oh no, what does it sound like?
Yeah, just literally like a...
His shirt sucks in a little.
Yeah, his shirt sucks in a little.
Yeah.
Oh, so it sounds more like.
Yeah.
So gross.
And so you're trying really
It's like
hard.
it's an inverted fart.
Basically,
I hope Sci-Fi T-Rex is happy now.
or
That's the closest he's getting to.
yeah, that really is the closest. And every once in a while, you'll walk away from a whole group of people because of some weird noise your body is making.
Listen, I know this
That's
experience.
nothing new for Magnus.
But this is really bizarre for you. This is
Yeah.
really off-putting.
All right. Is there a witch woman in the
Well,
village?
yeah. You guys have
Is Inga still around?
Inga, yeah.
Yeah, I need to go to Inga. Oh, men, continue your work. I'm just going to see somebody about a horse.
Is your shirt okay?
It's fine.
It's
fine.
awfully mucusy.
It's not mucus. It's a.
Ship glue.
Shit.
It's wax.
Gross.
And then just like walk furtively.
Okay. So you get to Inga's place, and you knock on the door, and nobody answers.
Oh, I wouldn't knock on the door.
You just walk
I
right
would
in.
just walk in.
And
Inga!
you see Inga's laying on the ground, face down,
Oh no.
and she's breathing very shallow. You know, she's got shallow breathing, and
But only from her mouth.
from only her mouth.
Okay.
She doesn't have her side gill going.
Okay.
And she goes, Magnus, is that you?
Yes, Inga.
Can you get me up to the bed?
Of course. I swoop her up in my arms. I take her to the bed.
I'm in a lot of pain.
What can I get you? Do you have any herbs?
Yes, look around you. The whole hut's made out of herbs. I mean, come on.
What herbs can I get you? Which woman?
Which woman?
And she points at this. She's got these things hanging from the ceiling, and she points at one and goes, "Give me that over there."
Okay.
She goes, "It should be red, you know, and then there should be a green leaf on there as well."
He's like, okay.
And you just grab.
Do I find the red one with a green leaf?
Yeah, yeah.
The red herb and the green
The green herb, and you make it, Resident Evil.
Now it's blue.
Now it's blue for some reason. Yay! And so you give that to her, and she goes, "Why are you here?"
Well, I'm experiencing something odd.
What? Now remember, she's blind.
Inga, I seem to have grown a thing on my side. It's like a fish. Do you want to
You
feel
grew a
it?
fish on the side?
No. That would be normal for me.
She goes, okay, pull up your shirt.
Okay.
And she puts her ancient hand on your gill.
Is the mucus back?
Is
It's always me to say.
Is this a cut from a sword or something?
No. No, I thought maybe that was it. It was covered in mucus, and I seem to be able to breathe out of it.
That's not a good sign.
What is it?
Understatement. Oh, yeah, that's probably not good.
That's not.
Well, that's your problem right there.
It sure is. I haven't tested it yet.
What do you mean tested
if
it?
I could breathe underwater.
How long has it been since you've transformed into anything?
I mean, you know that it's been months.
Is there anything that's happened recently that made you angry or?
No, it's been quite wonderful. It's been a peaceful life making boats. Excuse me. You might want to get your hand out of there. Just sucks her hand in. It's weird.
Well, I've never seen anything like this, and
No, you haven't.
I'm really not sure what we could try to sew it together so that you're not breathing out of it. Like a wound, maybe it'll go away.
I mean, it doesn't hurt.
It's just
just
awkward. Okay.
Do I notice if it's like another one coming in on my other side?
No,
Just one side.
just one
That's
side.
imbalanced.
Yeah, there's no symmetry.
Damn it! Of all the things to worry about, symmetry is the one you should be concerned about, right?
I would be.
Nature
yes.
loves symmetry. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So, is there nothing to be done?
I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be here to help you out.
What is wrong with you?
I'm very ill, and
I'm sorry.
I've seen a lot of summers, and I think that I had a horrible pain in my head this morning, and everything's just kind of. Usually, I can tell where I'm at in my own house, but everything is off balanced.
How long have you been feeling this way?
Last couple of days.
Have you experienced anything strange before?
Not like this. Anyway, it might be time for me to go. I'm not sure.
To where?
I don't know. Valhalla, possibly.
But who will be our witch woman?
Well, I thought Grimir was going to take that over, but he's been gone for so long now. So I don't know. I know that there are a few people in the place that could do it, but I don't think I'll be able to teach them.
We need Grimir.
Maybe if we put some kind of wax or some kind of binding agent in it to keep it closed. Should that help?
I mean, I guess we could try. Let's try.
Okay. So she's going to pack your thing full of different, like, pulpy substances. She goes, now, don't get it wet. Just try to...
Well, how am I supposed to not get it wet? I am in the water most of my day.
You need to stay out of the water for a little bit. Let it dry and see what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Feel better, witch woman.
Which woman?
I think she's going to die.
So you leave, right? What do you do? It feels really weird. It's like oatmeal in your lungs.
Do I know where
Yeah, you know where they are.
Because I would probably go and talk to them that the
Okay.
witch woman
Is not feeling well.
yeah.
So you go into the longhouse.
I kick open the door.
Yeah. Right as these two people you've never seen are arguing with your sister and your niece. And it's a very heated exchange between the older gentleman and these two, and his insistence on the fact that they're not landowners, so they need to find somebody who has the right to rule over the city and to pass judgment and to run things. In Norris times, they were called things. You'd get together and people would air grievances and talk about,
That's where we got the word thing.
Yeah.
Do I know these people? I've been around the block for.
You don't know Yar Rawlik, no.
But I
You've
can
never
tell they're
seen him.
Jarls.
Yeah, you can tell. Well, the younger guy
Small
is looks like his son, probably. So he busts through the door. Roll a con check for me.
All right. That's a 12.
You nailed it.
Okay. So far, everything is
A-okay.
everything's sticking together. Yeah, it's fine. So he busts through the door.
Magnus!
The witch woman's not feeling so well. I found her on the floor. We might need to go get Grimir.
Oh, well, as you know, that will take some time.
What?
Magnus, this is a Jarl nearby and his son who have come to tell us that somebody needs to be running our town and it can't be me or my mother.
Well, that's just stupid.
That's what I've been saying. This is my uncle.
I can tell. Anyway,
That is my sword.
Clatter.
clatter. Look, obviously, and this is Sven talking, obviously we got off on the wrong foot. If you don't mind, would you mind if we stayed here for a couple of days and got to know your family and the people, and then maybe we can figure out some kind of solution that's agreeable to everyone?
Honestly, I do mind. I don't feel like we need to figure out any solution with you at all.
Are you sure you want to be the ruler?
I don't think we need to make that decision now, especially not with you here. We can decide upon that within our own town, with
Have
our own
you
people.
tried to make that decision before we showed up? Like, how long has it? It's been several months since your Jarl passed, correct?
Yep.
Technically.
Technically? What do you mean, technically?
Technically.
Yes, he
Yes.
passed.
Pass.
What happened to him?
He fell in battle.
Okay. And then Grimir's been gone this whole time?
We have been raiding. We have sent people raiding. Grimir went with us.
And he hasn't been gone this whole time, no.
He has not.
I will admit that it does look like you've done very well. And he kind of goes, let me speak with my father and see if I can explain a better way to approach things so that he understands as well.
Well, you can do all you want. I still don't understand what our town is any of your business.
I think Sven is trying to be as diplomatic as possible. And young man, one day you will
Also-
make a very good Jarl.
Also remember, just out of character real quick, also remember that the reality is that you guys grew up in this society where the Jarls are the people who run everything. And so it's not out of character for a Jarl to be like, well, you guys don't have someone running your town, so therefore we need to fix that. Now,
Bjorn is arrogant.
no, and that's perfectly fine. And that's a cool story. It's just,
Cool story, bro.
A cool story, but they're not.
story,
It's not
Brendan.
it's not out of place for them to be asking these kind of questions.
No, but I mean, I kind of go, and one day you're going to make a very good Jarl. And I look at his dad.
Ha!
And you're not.
It's just that we've been rebuilding this town for the past few months, and this is the first we've seen of you. So you want to come in once we've rebuilt it and help us then, but not before. Once our Jarl died.
My apologies, but we had only heard of your predicament recently.
From who?
We had a messenger named Olaf who came in and said that he was from this town and that he said something about you guys being attacked by sorcerers and that the gods were angry at you and that Loki caused all these problems.
Classic Olaf.
And
Was Olaf the one who fell asleep?
No.
No.
I forgot.
Anyway, he told us that you were without a Jarl. He didn't mention you or your mother or Magnus.
Thank you.
But he mentioned Grimur that, he was here and that there was some question on whether or not Grimur could even take over.
Do we know who Olaf is?
You know him
do.
as one of the,
We do.
he was like one of the farmers or something.
You can stay here if you want.
Okay.
But nothing's changed, and I doubt anything will in the next few days.
It would help me smooth things over. I know that doesn't matter to you. I understand.
Just don't get in my way.
Of course not. I dare think of it.
I probably wouldn't see you, and I would trip over you. And
Actually, he's 6'7", so he's pretty big. He's actually probably eye to eye with you. Because you've got, what, a 90 size or something?
No, you're 75. Her strength is 90.
Yeah.
yeah.
You're like a wall. They leave. Where are you going to put him up?
Longhouse.
You're going to leave him in the longhouse?
Ooh, we could have him stay in the Jarl's house.
Where the Jarl is?
No.
Have him stay in Grimmir's house. Grimmir's
But
not
the-
using it.
Did you have a different
I
house?
had my own
then?
house, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, because putting him up in the Jarl's old house would give him visions of being Jarl of this town.
I think he's got those visions
I
already.
mean, but it would reinforce those.
I mean, he might be able to,
Aspirations.
see our Jarl problem.
Okay.
Meet our Jarl.
So,
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, in Raintown,
So, as you're studying the book, you feel a hand on your shoulder. Sir,
what?
have you been up all night again?
I don't know. But I'm not going to make any progress on this with all of these interruptions.
Can I help you with it?
Unless you fancy yourself able to decode this any quicker or more accurately than I can, I don't believe that you can. What you can do to help me is you can leave me to my studies and stop interrupting.
Sir,
What?
you haven't left this room in days.
I told you I am nearly finished with the translation of this passage.
Make a con check for me.
25 under my 60.
Okay. Yeah, you stop for a second, but then you're okay. Because you haven't been eating enough, though. You're going to pass out here any moment, I'm sure.
I'm fine, Onfroy. I told you I will leave. I will listen to your incessant nagging once I am done with translating this passage.
Okay, Master. Whatever you say. Do you want lunch?
Yes. Bring it in and leave it by the door.
So at this point, a lot of time has passed.
With the pile of rotten dishes by
Yeah,
the door.
rotten
Put it on the-
dishes.
put it on the pile.
So, a few, what seems to you, moments go by. Make a roll to see if you can figure this out.
Okay. Yes. I got a
Damn.
10
Wow.
under my 24.
Okay, so here's the deal. You
Okay.
can read it to the group,
Okay.
or you can hold on to it and wait. It's up to you.
Okay.
But that's what it
Well,
says.
first I'm just going to read it to myself.
Okay.
But he has to read it out loud.
Guys, I'm trying to read. So
sorry.
if you could.
Okay. That's a really cool knife.
Thank you. Yeah, I like it.
What?
Can you spin it like this?
Nice.
So it goes.
You can put it on your finger and just spin it. Harlem knife trial.
This is where
Read it.
I would like
Are you reading?
stab myself in the
Yeah.
head.
Nice.
I finished.
Awesome. It's not very long.
It's not. It's a
Nope.
short passage.
It's a little short
It
passage.
looked a lot longer on the page because it kept going all over the
all
place.
over the place. Well, it also was in several different dialects.
Yeah, it was really hard.
Not how you hold knives, Ben.
So, as you're, when you finally get it, you're very happy. And you look around, and it's probably, you don't know what time it is, but it's late at night, and you get an uneasy feeling like there's something outside
It's ready.
Of the door or the window?
the window. Remember,
I'm
you're
in
in
a
a tower
right.
overlooking the courtyard.
Yeah. Is it that little boy from Salem's Lot?
No.
So
There's a movie I haven't seen in years. Anyway,
So I is the window open?
it's not really a window. It's more of an open port.
Okay. I look through the open port.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it'd be glass. But you walk over, and there is a figure. You can just see the outline of them in the rain as it's just pummeling down. And every once in a while, there's a flash of light from lightning going off, and you see that there is. You can't see any features or anything. It lights up from the back.
Down on the ground or in
On
the
the ground
air?
in the courtyard.
Oh, okay.
Just standing there.
And cloaked, like.
Not
or-
cloaked.
No,
just kind of
a.
a edifice or a silhouette.
And can I tell what it's doing? It's standing there. Does it appear to be looking?
It looks like it's looking up towards the tower.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes. What?
it's Onwin's behind you. Sir, are you finally done with that passage?
Yes. 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 I completed my translation.
Well, you need some sleep. So you promised. You said that if you finished that translation, you would lay down.
I did.
And she leads you over to the bed. Says, "Lay down, please."
And yeah,
Go
I
ahead.
believe I will.
All right.
Come on.
She
Thank
said,
you. I'm going to lay down.
And as soon as you lay down, you're out.
Yeah.
You're just like gone. As you're, you feel like no time at all passes by, and you suddenly wake up, and
We
it's
smash cut to morning.
it's not morning. You don't know what
it's
time
not.
it is,
Oh, okay.
or how long you've been asleep.
Yeah.
But the rain has stopped, and you're looking around, and all the things have been taken away, and Anwen is sleeping next to you, and she kind of wakes up. Sir, are you okay?
Is this normal? Does she normally sleep?
Not normal.
Yes, I am Unwin. Why are you
We were concerned about you, sir.
here? Well, I'm fine. Thank you.
She gets up and she goes, I'll find out. I'll get you some food. She hurries out of the room.
Okay. Thank you.
What do you want to do?
Go to the window and see.
Nobody down. Well,
What the
there's
day
a
is
bunch
like?
of
Is it
there's a
daytime?
bunch
Is
of
it-
people moving
Okay.
around and doing their thing. So, do you go back to studying, or what do you do?
I might let's say I've been in here for a while. I don't know how long. I might wait till after she brings food and have some food and maybe take a walk outside for a
cool.
little bit.
So we'll get back to you
Stretch
guys.
myself.
All right. So after you guys leave the longhouse, right? And you've taken Sven and his father over to Grimir's house, and you leave them there. You see the Jarl, your Jarl, walking up the street. Hello, how are things?
What was his name again?
Jarl.
Oh.
I think it was like, why am I blanking? Because the program that I had all of my NPCs on died.
Ah,
Yeah.
No.
So I just have him
wrote it
down
down.
as Jarl Goat Guy. It's like Bloodbeard or something, Jarl Bloodbeard.
Oh, yeah, it was something.
Yeah.
Something
oh,
like
our Jarl?
that. Our Jarl,
Yeah.
yeah.
Your dad.
Your dad.
Or in the blood drinker?
Or, okay,
And
the Blood Drinker.
Of course.
So he walks up and
Or in the blood drinker.
says, why have the people left yet?
The people, you mean
The people who came into their town.
No,
No.
they're staying in Grimir's hut. It's the Jarl from wherever.
What's his name?
What was
They're
it?
all Roller.
Rolik.
Rolik.
Kind of looks around. I know him.
You want to go say hi?
Probably not
Not
the
a good
best
idea.
I don't think that'd be a good idea at this point. I think he follows the Saxons' new god.
What?
What?
He
Yeah.
didn't seem to have anything good to say about the Saxons.
At all.
Doesn't mean he can't follow their god.
It's even more important now that he has nothing to do with our town, I think.
If he sees me, he will think that the city's corrupt,
Yes.
and
He'll
he'll
think
take
it's
it by
cursed.
force.
No. Well, I guess don't go find him.
Well, I will stay hidden for now.
Do you have any insights on how to get him to leave and leave us alone?
Well, I'm guessing that he feels that you guys need a Jarl and wants to talk to Grimir.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Does he not know that, like, I'm
no,
illegitimate?
Nope.
Oh,
he doesn't.
I'm adopted.
Yeah, which means that you don't have
I have no
really,
claim.
you have no claim. He knows that there was a son, but he doesn't know. Yeah. And to kind of get chat up to date, I mean, and we're kind of talking about this as if we should do a little backtracking to kind of explain. Grimir's father was the Jarl, and then he passed away in a horrible fight.
Murdered.
He was murdered during a battle, but you guys were saving a bunch of kids and stuff.
His real son was also terribly murdered.
Yeah.
His real son was eviscerated. And
His real
By a
son
bear.
was killed,
Decapitated.
and he came back though as this goat creature. He's like half man, half woman, half goat.
Three halves.
he's one and a
Three
half
halves.
people
He's
now.
three. He's three people in
Threeple.
one.
I just
He's a
imagine he has an
threeple.
extra torso over here.
Yeah.
Makes him 1.5.
Just sticks out of his side.
Who seems to have he was supposed to go to Valhalla, but instead he was sucked back into reality and seems to be there to protect you. But ever since the battle, there hasn't been a real need for him to do that. So
Well, the
he's
whole
going to
thing about
protect me
him being
from
illegitimate,
fatigue.
you might want to explain that.
right.
Standing your
So do you want to explain how your character was found or how Grimir was found?
I mean, as far as I'm
As you
aware,
know, yeah.
I was just a foundling outside of the village, and the Jarl had no interest in keeping me, but my
Right, it
mother,
was-
his wife convinced him, and she was always the one who I was already at birth disfigured and sickly, but she basically convinced him to raise me.
Right.
So he does know you're not his blood son.
Yes.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Everybody knows. I
Well,
would
yeah.
assume in the village that I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because he never made any secret of it when he was
No, he didn't actually.
non-goat dad.
He didn't actually start respecting him until
Big
you
slash moms.
until you started to like show that you were capable of a lot of different. Like I forget what you did
Saved his
specifically.
life.
You saved his life during the battle, and then he was able to help a bunch of people escape. But he unfortunately was killed. But you guys still had that moment, and then that brought him back. So, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, I feel like
I mean, did he have any advice on how we can?
He goes,
rid of this
well,
guy?
if you get Grimir and explain to him that he must pretend like he's not Grimir, and he's got to be tough and pretend like he's capable of leading.
that is going
It's
to
not
be
gonna work.
impossible. What is this Jarl a good person and somebody we should be wary of? Should we get rid of him?
He's not
we get
necessarily
rid of
evil, but he's not going to accept the non-landowners as rulers of a town. An independent town would go against the makeup of the nobility.
How do you know much about his town and how his people feel about him?
Let me see. Do an idea roll. I don't know much about his town, unfortunately.
Maybe we should send some of our own into his town, find out if his people are happy or unhappy. If they're unhappy,
Well-
maybe we could sway them.
Ooh, pollsters.
But I think we should also send some people to get Grimir.
No, yes, we're going to
He
have to do
needs
that
to,
anyway.
you have some sort of powers. Is there any way you can
Grab Grimir.
go to Grimir more quickly than?
I think he has to be in danger for me to be able to be brought to him. But I can attempt to.
Well, we don't want to traumatize him, because don't you come out of his chest.
I don't personally know,
No.
but you're talking in character. Yes, I do. I rip his chest open and come.
Yeah, I don't think we want to
Why?
necessarily do that, but
Make a con check for me.
Sure. I'm fine.
Everything's still okay.
Oh, wait, no. I am 4 over.
So as you're saying that, the epoxy or whatever she put gets sucked into your new breath organ, and you start to like freak out, and you fall over, and you're like grasping at your side.
Magnus,
he's floppy.
He's
Like a
flopping
fish.
around.
Magnus, what is happening to you?
I'm just going to rip it off.
Okay, so you pull up your shirt and you see this big gill that goes all the way across.
Is that what it looks like, or does it look like at first glance, like a wound?
It looks kind of like a wound, but it's not like there's not like a lot of blood coming out of it or
Right.
anything like that. But there
Hopefully no
seems to
blood.
be something stuck in there, and he's trying to grab for it. Do you
I'll help
guys?
him pull it out. Do you want this pulled out? So I start.
So you put your hands in there, and you start to pull out this like goop.
just scooping mucus.
Oh,
Yeah.
what sort of terrible wound is that?
And suddenly you take this big gill breath.
It is not.
I don't know
is
what
that?
it
Can you
is.
make
It just
can you
started.
make a sand check for
Yeah. Would my sand have gone back up to full?
me? Yeah, your
This
sand will
one?
be it. It's
Nice.
Yes, I make
Yay.
it. Woo! I
thank
make
you,
it.
Nightsteed.
Wait, is my sanity back to full?
It's back to full, but it's minus any Cthulhu mythos that you guys have.
Right.
Would we look at that and think about the fish people? I mean, would we be
Yeah,
able to see that?
absolutely.
Okay.
You guys
I-
remember he turned into a fish person bear thing.
I need to wash. I
Yeah.
need to wash.
You should do that.
Knight
Are you-
Steve gives the table 2 pushes.
you, Knight
You
Steed.
Night Steed?
Uh,
I just go somewhere, the nearest place that I can go wash. And
are
wash.
you changing into one of those fish things again?
I don't feel like it.
Well, that's.
It's just
Okay, cool. Thank
this
you.
just
Thank
happened
you,
today.
Chad. Whoever did that.
Let's go with it.
Okay. Oh,
Predictions that we received.
oh, from
Cumulative, so it goes up.
right. But was the first one? So everybody who, thank you. Is what I'm trying to say. All right. So, yeah, it was pretty gross. And the Jarl goes, well, I think that if anyone's going to get Grimir to come back, it's going to be you guys. We could send Leaf to Rawlick's town and see if Leaf can figure out anything.
Yeah, that is probably a good idea. But if we all go, who's going to take care of the town with those two here right now?
I can go. I have
Are
a new
you
boat.
sure?
I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine.
I don't necessarily think that we should send you alone, though, with your current condition. And if Ingrid is sick, if she was okay, I mean, that woman can kill people like nobody else's business. But if she's sick, we shouldn't. You agitate him because you're young. If you're
Bless
female.
you.
Sorry.
Your mother would have better luck,
With who? With.
Rawlick.
Oh.
So maybe the two of you should go. I mean, that's just my advice as Jarl.
fine with that.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
That makes sense.
What?
He's not going to get past my mother any better than me. So.
True. You are a battle axe. Anyway.
Watch it.
So who's coming with me?
Me.
All right.
All right. So you guys set off with like a small, like a fast ship with a few people.
To my new boat.
That was a really nice boat.
Thank you.
Good
Okay.
job.
It's
So-
very sleek. It goes super fast.
I see that.
We'll make half the time.
Oh.
What are you gonna, after they leave, what are you gonna do?
Well, we've got him settled in Grimir's
Yeah, they're fine.
thing.
Do you want to check on Ingrid or?
Yeah,
Ingrid.
I'm gonna go check on Ingrid. I'm Ingfield.
Yeah, you're
She's
Ying-
Ingrid.
Yeah.
Wait, Inga?
Inga.
Inga. Oh, Inga.
There are too many Ingas or Ingas or Ingrids.
Too many ings.
Ings. All the Ings. All right, so you go and knock on the door, and she doesn't answer.
I go in.
Okay. She's lying very still.
Inga.
She's not moving.
I go up to her and touch her.
Sorry.
It was Wes the whole time.
Dun dun dun.
I've
Sorry.
just been sneezing. into my mic.
J'accuse.
I go up to her.
Okay. Really sorry, chat. Elder gods, I apologize. I'm very fidgety. Stop it.
I
Blame
don't know
me.
what the noise is.
Oh,
Stop
no.
it. Blame me. Look at Dom's all pissed now. God damn it.
Oh
People are like, fuck,
Kidding.
Come back, we're
come
sorry.
back. Yeah, you push on her and she's not moving.
I check her pulse.
You wouldn't do that.
Well, I mean, I would listen for her heartbeat.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be like,
Check her gills.
Oh,
check her gills. No, she's dead.
Time to burn her.
well, yeah, but okay. Well, I have to go and start getting things ready for her
Okay.
to have a funeral.
The Jarl is standing outside the door. Goat Jarl.
Goat Jarl. She's dead.
That's unfortunate. Do you think there's a way we can maybe dress me up so that they won't see? I mean, I've got horns out of my head and I've got fur all over me.
I don't think so.
But I can help with.
Can I wear clothes?
No, but I do think, I mean, if you need a place to duck into, they're not going to be checking a dead woman's hut. So you
Okay.
might want to hide out around here for
Okay.
now.
All right, so you start dealing with all that. All right, so you get done eating and you leave
Porridge.
porridge and bread.
Or human.
Ham and
Oh,
bean
right.
porridge.
Yeah.
Probably not. I've probably adopted a strict vegetarian diet while staying on this island. Just in case
Yeah.
I'm very sick.
Yeah, are you like, how skeleton-y are you?
You're pretty skeleton.
Pretty skeleton-y,
Yeah.
apparently. The word is I'm pretty skeleton.
You've had to be forced into eating just a small amount of food because you're so, focused on the book.
I look like Christian Bale in The Machinist.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's bad.
Ooh, that's real
I
bad.
know.
So, as you're walking in the village, which is very close to the sea, because most of the people are fishermen and things like that. You think you see somebody you recognize walking in the crowd, but they kind of pass by a cart and disappear.
Must be seeing things.
Where exactly are you going to go for a walk to?
I'm just taking a walk outside around the, maybe just within the walls, just sort of walking around.
Okay, cool.
Down by the livestock, maybe? I think
Well-
actually I might go by the chicken pens.
Remember-
now that I think about it.
Remember when I said that this particular place had a lot of, they don't have a lot of cows and stuff, but they do have a lot of pigs and a lot of
the
poultry.
pigs and chickens, I'll go check them out.
Okay.
Make sure they're.
So you're walking through the village, and people are walking around, and again, you see somebody that looks really familiar, but then kind of like just disappears in the group of people down by the way. So it's the second time.
Well, if it happens a third time, I guess I'll. No, I've just been inside too long.
So
Hello, chickens.
you're walking around,
That's the blacksmith.
Oh, sorry.
and
Sorry.
you see somebody standing up on one of the buildings. Yeah, it's turkey. One of the buildings, just kind of looking down at you.
Hello.
They don't say anything. They're kind of, like I said, they're kind of far down, so you can just see them. They look similar to the man you saw in the courtyard earlier, a few days ago.
And I can tell from this distance that they're looking at me.
You get that the uneasy feeling of being watched.
Okay, I sort of look up that direction, just sort of raise a hand in salutation.
All right, so you, he doesn't seem to respond. He just stands there. And then after a certain point, he turns around and walks away off the building. So what do you want to do?
I think I'll finish my walk. Do I have any money? Like, how am I? I'm a guest of the monks, essentially?
You're guests of the monks, and people are kind of afraid of you. They know that you were part of the battle, and so they are willing to give you stuff without really. Usually it's a barter system, like, hey, I've got some chickens, do you want this or whatever?
Okay.
A turkey, exactly.
Maybe I'll get a bread or a fruit in exchange for not murdering someone with my cursed eye.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to shut up on Froy and Onwin. Like, look, I got food.
Right. So
myself.
you're talking with this merchant, and a few feet behind him is your brother standing, looking at you. And he's got slices, but his arms are still there.
Okay, I stagger back from that. Like he just kind of appears suddenly behind the merchant.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he just sits there and stares at you.
Do you not see this?
The merchant looks around, looks right at your brother. He goes, "What are you talking about, sir? Is there anything else you need? You look very sickly."
So I'm just kind of staring at Ottar, and he's just sort of staring back at me.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry.
Can you make a sand check for me?
Trigger the light.
Check on the light.
Freaking me out every time.
What is it?
I don't know.
2.
They're working on the street out there, and every time a large truck or a large car goes and hits the...
Oh, it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I mean. I can usually hear it, but
unsettling.
yeah, I keep thinking somebody's like stomping.
I don't feel or hear anything. That's weird.
Anyway,
Anything. Ever.
It's okay,
I got a
Shaq.
2.
We're not
I'm
gonna
fine.
die.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
So you chalk it up to just
Sleep deprivation.
Sleep
I'm just
deprivation.
seeing things. I haven't had enough rest.
So he hands you a loaf of bread and a piece of whatever vegetable or something, some carrots.
Your crops will continue to thrive. Thank you.
He like looks really worried, like, "Thank you, sir."
Don't touch my crops, dude.
So what do you want to do?
Just take my bread and fruit and head back to the tower.
I'm never leaving my tower room
Yeah,
again.
I basically want to get back inside where I can close the door and
So
control my surroundings.
you feel like someone's following you.
It's a rogue turkey.
And came all the way here from America, several thousand miles away. As you're walking, the people around you kind of fall away, and it becomes, like there's nobody else in the village but you as you're walking towards the keep. And you hear footsteps behind you, these large, hollow hits against.
Literally everyone fades away,
Kinda
or
fades away.
it feels like.
It feels like they fade away. And you can feel someone following you.
All right, I want to just kind of pick up my pace and keep walking back towards the monastery.
Okay. Do you turn around ever?
Not yet.
Okay. So you get into the monastery.
They
And,
follow me all the way to the monastery?
You have that feeling.
Okay, but I can hear the footsteps.
You can hear footsteps. If you stop, they stop.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll continue in through the front door of the monastery.
Okay, cool. So you get through the front door, and the footsteps stop behind you, but off to the side in the greeting room, you see 2 monks speaking with each other, 2 of the older monks. And right next to them is your brother, just staring at you as you walk in.
I want to drop my stuff and just kind of shout at it. Leave me alone, Ottar!
The monks look at you, confused. Are you okay, Master Gamia? Is there a problem?
Yeah, no, yes, no.
Have you? You look very sickly.
Yes, I bartered for bread and fruit. I'm just going to eat it and rest. I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Your brother does not move. He just sits there.
He's still there the whole
stares
time.
at
Okay,
you.
so I'm just trying not to look at him, and I just grab my things and just kind of head up to the.
The monks whisper to each other as you run up the stairs, and you make it into your room.
Okay, but the footsteps aren't following me anymore. They stopped outside. Okay, good. So I want to go up to the window and see if I can look out into the courtyard and see anybody shifty.
You see people moving about like a current. You know, they're walking around selling their wares and stuff. And in the center of the current is your brother, and he's just looking up at the window.
Okay, I turn away from the window and go back to my desk, and I put the bread and the fruit on the desk, and I pull the book out and just kind of start.
Your thrall comes in. Sir, the monk said you seemed unhinged. Are you okay?
Unhinged.
Yes, you screamed in the middle of the thing.
No, I believe that's an overreaction on Freud. I
You had an overreaction?
No, on their part.
I'm sorry, sir.
I merely thought I saw something and it startled me, and I explained what had happened and took my leave.
Well, I'm glad you're okay.
I am, yes.
You're not going back to that book right now, though, are you?
I am. I took a walk to clear my head. I got food.
Got food
that I will eat. But yes, I'm more work still to be done on Freud.
Okay. Of course, sir. Well, I'll come and check on you in a while.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you guys are out on the boat, making your way across.
The briny sea.
Yes, and you've got your crow there that you let loose to find land, and you guys are going pretty fast. Now this is, it's been a couple of days, and we'll backtrack for you in a second. But it's been a couple of days, and you're getting to the point where, remember the last time you were going across and you went down and you saw that huge seal on the bottom of the floor of the ocean? This is about where that happened. And suddenly your gill starts to suck in air just like really fast. Like heavy breather fast, like creeper fast. Okay? And you're rowing, and every time you pull the oar towards you, your gill opens up and sucks in a bunch of sea air. And the other men are kind of like, what is that?
Magnus, are you all right?
I'm fine.
You don't sound fine, Uncle.
I'm fine. We should keep going. There's something about this place that just feels wrong.
All right.
You
Let's keep
feel
going.
this
Do I feel a pull to
overwhelming urge to jump in the water. So I need you to make, I guess, an intelligence check of some sort, or...
Oh, that's easy.
Oh.
Yeah, 67 under my 70.
Okay. So your intelligence is keeping you... You're like, that seems like a bad idea. I shouldn't jump in the water.
I don't know. Part of me really wants to.
Do you want to ask the Elder
water.
Gods if they...
Yeah.
Can we do that? Can we ask the
Yeah.
Elder Gods?
Elder Gods, should I...
No, petition them. Make it formal.
Yeah.
Mr. Elder Gods, Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah,
Elder
let's not be
Gods,
gender...
Uh,
It's gender fluidity here.
shall I ignore the pull of the sea?
Hold on, there might be non-binary elder gods,
Okay.
though.
Mr.
There are definitely
or
non-binary
Mrs. or
Elder
X Elder Gods. Shall I ignore the call of the sea and continue to row past, or shall I dive into the briny deep and test my new side lung?
It sounds like a Dio song. Dive into the briny deep.
So you're diving to the briny deep.
Wow, that's a little too close there.
I have the greatest hits album.
I think everyone has that album.
I don't think that that's true. I would venture that many people do not possess
Okay.
Dio's greatest hits.
Literally, the only
Really?
Dio thing I have is the Pick of Destiny
Yeah, okay.
album.
I have the greatest hits, but that's it. That's
Yeah.
all I can do.
All you need is Holy Diver and Rainbow.
Holy
in the
Diver,
Dark.
Raver, and the Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I see both of you as younger people in your rooms with your blackout curtains.
You know why I have the Dio album? While we wait for the Elder Gods to jump in. Because of an episode of South Park in which the school got Dio to play at their school dance. And me and my friends were like, who the hell is this?
Dio, yeah.
This song is kind of cool, though. So we bought the CD.
Well, what's funny is he sang for Black Sabbath after Ozzy left, and so he did one album with them, which is a pretty good album. But yeah, he's the king of schlock when it comes to metal.
But he invented
This. That was his thing.
I mean, Ozzy had the whole eat the head off a
not
bat thing.
Yeah.
Oh, one time you do that.
So-
One time.
One time,
You get
and
labeled
that's
for
it.
life.
Now you're the bad head guy.
Though I will say, while I was in Hawaii, I watched a documentary about Alice Cooper.
Why, man? You were in Hawaii.
You can't be outside all the time.
True.
I was. We had the door open, listening to the waves and this. moon
Okay,
was
stop
setting.
painting a beautiful picture of
And
the
I was
location.
watching the documentary on MTV.
Listen, is he diving into the briny deep or what?
Are we killing him right now, or what's going on?
Yes.
Okay.
Like some sort of.
Chat says you need to die.
Dive.
Beer
dive.
nut. I.
Fear not.
Beer nut. I. Hold the boat for me.
What are you doing?
Magnus!
How many people are on this boat?
Probably maybe 10 at most. So you splash into the water.
Holy diver.
Don't sing anymore because we get sued.
Just use enough for fair use.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, beforehand, just so there's nothing blocking, I had taken off my shirt.
Right.
My tunic, sorry. Tunic.
So your gill opens and closes as it should, and you are breathing underwater. And you see, you've stopped the rowing, and you see him underneath starting to swim towards. You remember the seal below in this area, and you feel this incredible pull.
I mean, I wanted to investigate that seal last time, anyway.
But we were busy drowning.
Yeah, but I was
For
drowning.
those
but
of
no
you
more
new to the
drowning for
show-
Magnus.
Not a seal.
Yeah.
A seal.
Yes.
An actual, like, yeah.
Not a seal, but a seal.
Exactly.
This just seems wrong.
The worst.
That's what we did before.
A seal.
This is what seals do. Everyone knows it.
Seals don't clap. They bash
their
the
back of
tops
their
of their
hands.
hands together.
They back clap.
Thank you.
Oh, man. So I'm swimming down to the seal.
Yes, you're swimming down, and you see creatures off to the side. You stop doing that. It just looked weird. You see creatures off to the side, but they're staying away from
sea
you.
creatures?
Yeah,
I
they're
see.
staying away from you.
Okay.
And you see the seal, and
How big is the seal?
it's probably about twice the size of this room.
It's golden, right? And shining?
Yeah, it's golden and shiny.
That is a big
What are
seal.
you doing?
Well, it depends upon if it looks like he's struggling or I'm losing him or
You're looking like you're losing him, like he's swimming directly down.
then I would probably go after him.
Okay, so you dive into the water. What's your? Do you have swim at all? I think you do, right?
Swim. Yes, I do. Do I need to roll for swim?
Yeah, roll for swim.
You're a holy diver!
71 over my
I should
50.
have never brought up Dio. God damn it!
Or,
You're gonna push it?
You're gonna push it?
Oh no.
Not pushing.
Come on. That's
Yeah, all
better, 40.
right.
Yay.
Nothing bad happens.
All right.
So you feel this as you dive in, and you're swimming really quickly, and you see these, like I said, the creatures off to the side. Now, you've seen these creatures before, so I'm not going to make you roll, because you know that they exist. But this time, they're staying away from you.
These are the fish creatures.
The fish
Not
creatures.
normal sea creatures. Okay.
Yeah, these are not normal. And you see the seal, and it starts to light up, and it's giving off this warm, warm waves of energy are kind of coming from it. And he's swimming, and you're getting to the point you grab his leg.
Yeah, I'd probably grab him.
Yeah, I
and
was
try to
always
pull
taught if there's something warm and yellow in the water, you avoid it.
Right, that's
Yes.
usually a good thing. So you feel
warm. This is the Nordic Sea.
you feel someone grab your leg. You're entranced by this thing that you see below you. What do you do?
I shrug it off with my foot.
Okay, it seems like it's somebody with quite a bit of strength.
Like on a scale of 0 to 100. it
Probably
seems like
about a
this person's
90.
like at like 90.
Yeah. So, and you're
I just pull him up, throw him back onto the boat.
Yoink.
you're realizing that more than likely the only way to get him to break this trance is to either cause him a great deal of pain where he
James!
James! Hey, James!
Thank you
Yeah.
for the donation.
But I would like to touch the seal.
We all want to touch the seals.
I want to touch the seal.
So do you want to try to cause him some kind of pain or
Is it a loose seal?
No, it's not a ball.
It's pretty tight.
Oh.
It's a tight seal.
It's a tight seal.
Break his foot.
Oh, that's mean.
Well, to snap him out of it, you're helping him. You're doing him a solid. It's what he would want.
You could,
No,
you could
what I
stick
wanna
his,
do is
you could
touch
stick
the
your
seal.
hand in his gill.
Well,
That would make
Also,
him.
I'm breathing fine here. How's
Yeah.
she doing?
Right.
She's gonna have to come up for air sooner than you.
I mean, I think I would try to pull, basically, is what I would
How
probably
physics
do.
work?
Okay.
You're underwater. You have no leverage.
Great.
Thank you, James V. All right, go ahead.
I mean, I guess in my mind, this thing is bad. It's just bad.
Well, yeah,
So,
because the last time you were here, there was a bunch of these creatures coming out of,
Yeah.
coming around it and attacking you.
yeah, then I would probably. I mean, I could probably just start to swim up, holding on to him, right?
Sure, just give me a strength roll and you give me a strength roll and we'll see who has the bigger success. Oh,
23.
shit.
23
Wow.
under 90.
Under 90.
Beat that, Magnus.
Nope.
No.
Can I at least memorize what the seal looks like?
Sure, make an idea roll for me.
One under my idea.
Okay. So yeah, you as you're looking at it,
You totally know.
suddenly the seal starts to break open, and the two halves of it start to lift up, and the ground shakes, and the water around you shakes violently, and there's these tentacles that start to come up, and one of them starts to reach for you
Oh no!
and starts to try to grab you.
Oh no!
And these two large hands come out around the seal and push up, and you see this horrible face, this squid-like face comes up. Make a sand check for me.
He was there all along. Bless you.
29. I'm completely unfazed.
This is
Fine.
Roll it again.
Oh, no, he used a GM reroll from BSB Care.
20.
Okay, so you're fine. So
Completely unfazed
you're-
by looking into the face.
Later,
the
guy.
literal face of Cthulhu.
you take 1 point.
I feel like I should take more, but okay.
Yeah. Well, you're making assumptions about what it is. So this thing is chasing you up, and you don't see it because but you hear and feel all of this movement.
I change my plan and I start swimming with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys start swimming up, and you start to feel something cracking open on this side of your
On my other side.
and you hear this like weird sound as it pops open, and you feel more air come into your
I mean,
symmetry.
It's helping you swim faster,
Yeah.
probably.
so I now overtake her and I'm dragging her up.
Yeah. So you guys get up to the top, and
I'm like Prince Sidian.
you come out, and you get back into the boat,
Get that.
and you guys are breathing heavy, and you've got this gill that goes literally all the way around.
Ew, you're
It's
almost
one-
bisected. Gross.
It's one continuous,
Gross.
and it opens up all at once like a mouth, and then closes.
Can you see his organs through it?
Yeah.
Gross. Why? It's gonna get
Sanity
infected.
checks for the both of you.
What?
Sanity. That's what the mucus is. That's the mucus keeps infection.
14.
Gross.
Under my 80.
So you take one anyway.
No.
56 under my 59.
All right.
Well, mucus can do so much, but if someone coughs directly into
Elder
his open
gods,
gill-
I need more rerolls to be able to get these guys to lose.
Does he take one as well?
He takes one as well.
Dom, I'm at 58.
All right. So
No, my total,
Went down.
because my mythos is 81 now, or is 80 now, sorry.
So you're back
Yeah,
at
sorry, should've-
you're back at the at Scotland Guard, and night has come, and let's see, 1 second, sorry. When the night. You get rainbows in the dark.
Yeah, I was just,
Just-
I was gonna do it, but then I was like, no, Wes will be mad
I couldn't.
if I sing Rainbows in the Dark right now.
I always thought that was the dumbest lyric refrain ever. But it was a fun song.
No sign in the morning coming.
Oh, God. Please stop. Okay. All right, so it's nighttime and you're dealing with the passing of your healer woman. And at some point, Sven comes up to you and says, is everything okay? I've noticed that the town seems to be, there's some kind of a feeling in the air. Has there been a problem, or
A very prominent member of our village has died.
is there anything we can do to help?
No, we're just making preparations.
Okay. My father doesn't mean to be as aggressive as that, but, that's part
Your
of...
father means to be exactly as he means to be.
Well, then you understand that I'm trying to smooth things out as best I can. And
I
that,
do understand.
though your daughter has done a great deal of good here, and you guys have done a good job, our ways are our ways. We're gonna... People need some kind of order. Now, if that order means, figuring out a way to legitimize your daughter's rule somehow, then that's what it means, but it's what we have to do.
I understand. And Grimier will make that decision. This is not something for an outsider of our village, from our village, to decide.
I understand, it's just, there's only going to be so long before the Jarls are going to want somebody in the village to be of noble blood. You know that. You've been around long enough.
I do. I also know my town,
Okay.
and I know how they will react to outsiders.
Okay. Well, we'll speak more tomorrow. So that night you guys have, what are you guys doing?
Nothing.
He
Well,
was
I wanna
making
ask him.
a face for LaCroix.
What?
What gods do you worship?
I worship the Thor and Odin.
And your father?
My father worships both the old gods and the Christ.
As I understand the worship of the Saxons.
It's not the worship of the Saxons.
Oh, but you're supposed to renounce the idea of multiple gods and worship only one.
That's what his priest friend tells him, but so far he has not given up completely the worship of the old gods. It has put a lot of strain on our people. There has been some who have embraced the new god and some who denounce it and feel that we are going to be hurt by turning our backs on Thor and Odin when Ragnarok comes.
Ragnarok is closer than you think.
Well, I don't doubt it.
No, I'm telling you.
Well,
We've seen it.
does his religion preclude him from being able to work with you in good faith, in a way?
No, I just want to know because, as I said, our people are not going to accept outsiders, especially if they're Christian outsiders.
I understand. Well, I will bid you a good night.
Good night.
And walks away. So you guys do your ceremony for her, and you send out a small boat and light up the boat and do your prayers and all that good stuff. The Jarl's there, but he's covered up and kind of off in the back. And
like a lady.
afterwards, he walks up to you and, he says, well, what's next? What do we do next with our visitors?
I'm trying to figure out how to stall them until Grimure is back here.
I think they'll wait. If they were planning to attack, I think they would have just attacked. I think that you need to be careful with the father, though. If you make him too angry,
Yes.
he'll lash out. And you don't become Jarl by being weak. So
No, I know men like him. I can read him like a book.
just be careful. So you guys do all this, and are you gonna sleep in the near Grimir's house to make sure that they don't leave?
No, I'm going to make sure that we have people kind of keeping an eye on Grimire's house all night.
Okay.
That we, have a watch going.
People we can trust to stay awake.
Yeah,
People who
we
will
can
stay
trust
awake.
to stay awake.
Okay, sounds
Well, because
good.
that guy got killed, didn't he?
No.
No, I
He
thought
made
he
it through all the
didn't.
adventures just
Yeah.
fine.
that.
He's fine. What was his name again?
I forgot.
There were
There
two
was a
of them.
Randy,
There were two of them.
and there was
No, it wasn't Randy. It was something like Randy, right?
There was
Yeah.
a Randy, and there was who's the other guy? Start with a D or something.
Steve.
It was Steve.
Steve.
It'll come to me. I never wrote their. Dunder. Dunder
Dunder.
was the one who fell
Dunder.
asleep.
I was
And
right on the
then-
D.
It was. I think you were right.
Randy.
It was Randy. It was
Randy.
Randy was the good one, but then Randy started sucking, and Dunder was the good one all of a sudden. And it's like
Yeah.
now we don't know who to trust.
Dunder became more of a Randy.
Yeah, Dunder got a lot more Randy. Randy got a lot more Dunder. Oh, this
It
whole
was
thing.
all.
Very confusing.
Neither
Cats and
one of them should be
dogs.
watching this house, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Dunder and Randy are off watch duty forever.
Okay. So you got a couple people.
Poke their eyes out with hot poker for that one.
They're shipwright apprentices now,
They do fine during the day.
except for Dunder.
Dunder, unfortunately, because it is 8:62 or whatever, you guys don't realize that he just suffers from narcolepsy. Poor guy.
Yeah. He's got sleep demons.
Totally.
We need to purge him of those.
10 years ago,
Lots of bleeding.
10 years ago, we would have thought that you had a demon in your stomach and we would have had to give you an exorcism. But now we know that there's a small troll with a
Pickaxe
hammer and a
trying-
pickaxe trying to make his way out. Modern medicine. All right, so you are studying this book. Give me with an advantage a roll against your idea.
Okay.
Yeah, jeez.
11.
17, right? Oh no,
Well,
11.
you're supposed to roll two.
Wait, I got
Yeah.
confused. That should be a 10. I got two 17s, basically.
Okay.
I rolled the wrong one.
11 team.
So you're studying, and every once in a while, you'll look up, and you'll notice your brother is standing just in the corner of the room.
No, he isn't. I don't see him.
That's just the cat.
How many days was Grimure asleep?
He doesn't know. He never asked. He never found out. It never became important.
I got my food.
He got my food. He just keeps holding up random food.
That you haven't eaten yet.
Oh, it's bad.
It's moldy.
It's wet.
It's wet and moldy. Yeah, he's standing in the corner, and you keep trying to focus. And this is the next piece that you are able to figure out.
I mean, I'll read it for chat. I'm going to share with these guys, but like, because I'm not with them yet. But I'll read it for chat. Chat should know what I'm reading.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me read it. So this is the first passage, Elder Gods. Abdul led us from the land of the God Kings, east through my old kingdom that I had fled so long ago. I worried the entire time we traveled that the Islamic barbarian would recognize me, even if it had been over 100 years since I left my home. Abdul did not believe in the Islamic God either. He had found the truth I had about the nature of the universe, the beast that will swallow us whole, and the black sun that hangs in a forgotten sky. Yellow-hearted I was when I first learned these secrets, but in Abdul I found a true master. He was younger and immortal, but he was gifted in magic, and I gladly served at his pleasure. That was the first passage, but this is what I've been working on lately.
I got this new track. I'm gonna...
Let me
Let me lay
drop
this down for you. Oh, wicka. We walked and walked through the deserts of my people, the fertile lands of the first gardens, and finally into Iram,
Yep.
the city of pillars. Abdul was right. This is a place of power. The servants here hide, but I can feel their hollow eyes watching us. Abdul says we must stay here while he researches more of his book. I must admit, I'm uneasy here. I feel my mind slipping away.
Are these passages from the Necronomicon?
No, why would you think that?
Abdul
Common name.
al-Hazred, the mad, what's his face?
It's fine, guys. It's fine. It's fine. It's a good book. It's really, once you figure out what they're saying, it's very engaging.
All right, so those are the passages that that you've been able, and as you, like I said, every once in a while you look up, and
I want to start
brother is staring.
reading aloud to him as I work through it. I just want to start reading and.
Sir.
What? Yes.
Well,
what?
You're yelling. Are you okay? You've been up here for hours.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm working.
But you've been yelling all night. The monks are too nice to come up here and tell you.
I've been reading quietly to myself.
Really? Because we can hear everything you're saying.
Well, perhaps you should stop listening.
So I'm concerned about you. I think you're sick. You're ill.
I'm fine. I had food. I don't know where it is. I must have eaten it.
I have food.
It's gone, but I assume I ate it.
Maybe it's time to sleep, sir.
Fine. Yes, fine. I had finished what I was working on anyways, and Ottar, I think we can both agree. It's yes.
Who are you talking to?
It's fine. I'm ready to sleep.
All right. Anwin takes you over to the bed, lays you down.
Yeah, you can go.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. So she leaves the room. And as you're falling asleep, you see your brother walking across the room towards your cot.
Okay, I just sort of freeze and just watch him approach.
He stands a few feet away from your bed.
Okay.
And just stares down at you.
All right, so I want to just stare back at him for a while, and if it seems like he's just going to stay there, I'll just say, good night, Ottar.
As you're watching him, blood starts to trickle down from his cuts, and it just starts to pour on the floor like a waterfall.
How's that for trickle down theory? Sorry.
Can you make a sand check?
I'll try. Yeah.
Wow.
Now
You're
he's
so
bleeding.
sane.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
Ottar, Anfroy will have to clean that. Please stop.
He opens his mouth and all this vomit comes out, and splashes onto the floor.
Oh, wow. This is a gross episode.
Ottar,
Yes.
Does he speak? Oh.
What, brother?
I have to sleep, and you're being very inconsiderate of my thrall, and Anwen. They have to clean, and you shouldn't be making messes, Ottar. You're dead.
I am dead, right?
Yes.
Why am I here?
I don't know. Why are you here?
He
Why
starts
have
to
you?
walk closer to the bed.
Ottar, you should stay over there until you can control yourself.
He walks away from you for a moment and then kind of disappears into the wall.
Okay. Is the vomit and blood still there?
Yep.
All right. Well,
You're sitting in the bed. There's a pool of grossness next to you.
I'm not getting out of the bed. I'm going to step in that.
Right.
I'm going to go to sleep.
You gonna go sleep?
I'm going to go to sleep.
Okay. So you fall asleep. Brother!
What?
You wake up and there's no one in the room.
Hello?
The gore is gone from the floor.
Is it still night?
No, it's day now.
Do I feel rested?
No, you feel uneasy.
I'll try and go back to sleep.
You kind of, go over to your side and try to go back to sleep. Give me a con roll.
50 under my 60.
Okay. So
Better
you
con than me.
force yourself to sleep. All right, so you guys finally, after a couple of days, make it back make it to the Shetland Islands.
And we're all okay with my stomach mouth?
No, you're not. You're
Are we still screaming? 'Cause I feel
you're
like I
kind of
was
yeah, all the way into the.
Oh no!
For 4 days.
And it's like a dual tone from me.
Which just makes it scream.
You've got a subwoofer in your stomach. Goddamn kids, turn that down!
Shouts a nearby boat. Fishing! You're scaring the fish!
Okay.
All right, so you guys finally get into the shore. It's early morning. There's not a lot of people around.
The town isn't very far from the shore.
No, not very far at all. And it's really small. It's not nearly as big as yours. So,
Well, I guess we should go and find Grimjord and stay the night here, and then we can leave tomorrow.
Yes, I agree.
so you guys start to walk, and right then, Onfroy, right, comes out of the keep of the monastery, tower, and comes up to you and goes, "Oh, I'm so glad to see both of you. Grimmir's been acting very strange, very odd.
He always does that.
No, odder
More
than
so?
normal. Yeah.
So,
He's locked himself away in a room. We can't get him to eat. We find him passed out in his chair. When he wakes up, he just goes back to studying his book, and he's been talking about his brother for the last couple of days. We can't get him to leave the room."
well, it sounds like we came at the right time. We're going to take him back tomorrow.
Okay. Are you going to speak to him now, or
Yes? Where is he?
he's up in his room?
All right, we'll probably leave the rest of the men with the ship.
Yeah, that would be the normal thing.
All right, let's go to whatever this big stone building is.
Yeah. Now, this was where you guys had the final battle. So it kind of makes you a little uneasy.
I'm never uneasy.
Except for when there's court around.
Dunk.
Dunk. Okay. So you go upstairs and
Am I over my fear of magic, by the way?
I don't know, are you? I think at this point.
Oh wait, that you had developed?
Yeah.
We all developed a lot of things. During the
Yeah,
last
you would
battle.
have. It's been 6 months. You would have worked past that at this
Just
point.
a little bit of unease.
Just uneasy.
Local therapist.
Tell Throg what's wrong. Get over it. You're a Viking.
My therapist
That's
is the
all
bear
Throg
that I
says.
sleep with.
Stop being little pansy and get back out there.
All right.
So
Arnold, the therapist.
yeah, Arnold the therapist. What are you doing? So the door opens up, and this waft of just grossness comes out. The smell
His room?
of his room. Of course.
Remur, what have you been doing in here?
Oh my God! What happened to you?
I look up at them and then just sort of go back to.
He's just skeletal. He
What I'm
looks really
doing.
bad.
Hello to you too. It looks like you need to come back and have a good meal.
Is Onfroy there?
Yes.
Onfroy,
Yes.
do you see these two?
Yes. Yes. They're here.
We're
Oh.
here.
Hello. Hello, Birna. Hello, Magnus.
Well, we're going back tomorrow. We need you to come back. So get whatever you need prepared for today.
Well, I can't leave. I'm working.
Your
Well-
village needs you.
Sir, you really need to go with them. You're not well. You look like death.
What need have you? What can I do that you can't take care of yourselves?
You are the heir to the Jarl. I mean, not really,
No,
but
not
the next town over.
Two towns over.
Two towns over, they feel that you are the next Jarl and they want to speak with you and will not leave us alone until
Well,
you come back.
Did you explain to them that I was
Yes.
just a foundling?
No. That is not a good thing if we want to keep the town from being attacked.
Why do they wish to attack Stavanger?
Why are you arguing? We gave you 6 months
Sir.
No, I've
to
had
read one little book.
I've had mere weeks, Magnus.
Don't play with swords or coins.
Hasn't been weeks.
Yes, I've been working here for
You've
just.
been here for
Your
6
brothers, will you stop it?
I was trying to put it
Hold on, hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Dom's gonna go insane.
sorry.
Motherfucker! Knock it off! Ah!
Jesse says, leave the sword on the floor.
Yeah.
Then I can't reach it easily.
Please just go like this and go Thundercats or whatever. Don't hit the.
Don't do it.
I'm not gonna. Getting
Sir, the first winter storm will hit and you won't be able to leave. We should get out of here. You've been in this room for months. We barely eat. We have to force you to eat food.
Yes, I'm busy. I listen. There's nothing I can. What can I? You want me to convince this jarl not to attack our
Also,
town?
our healer is very ill, and we may need you.
Inga is sick.
Very. She
Yeah.
was at death's door.
What was that?
Don't worry.
We can talk about that later.
Don't worry.
So you heard it too.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
We will explain that
I'm sorry.
later.
Yes.
By the way, by the next game, I will make a sound effects for that sound. And it will be horrifying.
All right. Well, if Inga needs help, and if you need me to speak with this Jarl, I suppose I could. Yes, I could come with you for a short while and then return.
Sure, short while. But prepare today, we're leaving tomorrow.
Onfroy,
yes, sir.
please speak to the monks and let them know that I will be going on a short journey, and I would like to bring some of these volumes that I have been using in my
Sir,
translation. Onfroy?
No offense, sir, but don't you think it'd be best to leave the books here?
Onfroy?
Sir, I'm worried about your health.
Onfroy,
Yes, sir.
you are my thrall. You will obey my wishes, and please inform the monks.
Yes, sir. I will.
Thank
I will
you.
do so.
Very Jarl-like.
Do you need anything before we leave?
Well, I mean, would be nice to have some food. Since you don't seem to want any, we could have yours at very
Yeah,
least.
where's the food?
I have some around here somewhere.
No,
Not that food.
no.
This is on top of the pile.
It's the most fresh. It's the most fresh thing we have.
This one melted.
What was it?
A pear? I don't know. Yes, perhaps we could eat before we leave.
I heard some turkeys when we were coming in.
Sure, yes, they have all manner of strange and exotic fowl. Go eat and I'll finish up my work and then return to
Now,
collect
this whole
me.
time, your brother has been in the corner, watching everything that's going on.
Just, come here.
What?
No, Magnus, in the corner of the room, do you see Otars is watching us?
I assume we don't see him. What?
Over, just don't look.
When did you
don't-
sleep last?
Don't look over there. Don't let him know that he knows that you're here, but he's watching us.
What have they been feeding you?
Crap. He's cracked.
He has. Well, just finish up whatever you're doing, and it will get better once you get back.
Yes.
Her huge,
Oh no!
Oh, my arm's broken!
her huge bear-like hands crush your forearm.
Yes.
You're weak,
Thank you. Just
malnutritioned arm.
eat. Do
Pops.
reprovision whatever you need. I will be. Collect me later.
He's gonna be a hard sell.
So,
Seems pretty soft. We can just carry him away out in the wind.
It's true.
I'm the wind.
Tie a string to his ankle and float
So,
him
you're trying your best to kind of keep
Stall and
keep the and you hear a yell from over by Grimir's place.
is it a rebel yell?
No, it is not. It is a Jarl yelling,
Yell.
and you hear him. What kind of beast is this?
Oh no.
But don't worry, it's just a weird dog that wandered into the village. It's
No.
fine.
Only has 2 legs.
Calm down. It's I can explain. What are you gonna do? Zip
There's one
it.
of 2 ways I can play this.
Yes, there is. What is that? What are they?
I don't see him. I don't see him. I pretend like the Jarl is nuts.
Okay.
Or I acknowledge it and say we're going to curse him if he doesn't leave. I don't know.
Okay. Well, you hear a lot of
Which I know would invite invaders at that
you
point.
hear a lot of people running over towards the area.
I guess option 1's off the table because they're going to acknowledge he's there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I come in. What? What is it? What is it?
As, you see your former Jarl standing there. He's got a bucket full of water, kind of looking surprised in the middle of the street as Rollick is standing there, just taking out his sword, and Sven as well has taken out his axe. What is this abomination in this? Who is this? And your former Jarl is like, I needed water. I thought they would still be asleep, and I didn't know they were going to be here.
We're trying to figure out how to get him back to Valhalla.
Who is he?
He is the former Jarl.
What? How is that even possible?
We don't know. We know that he was killed. We know that he was on his way to Valhalla, but somehow he got pulled back and brought into this form. We are
No one's
trying-
killed it yet?
but
It's a
he wouldn't
demon,
go- but he
obviously.
it's not a demon.
Of course it is. Look at it. It looks like Satan himself.
It's not a demon.
Satan.
It's not a demon.
Who's Satan?
You pagans. Listen.
You pagans?
Yes. You've got a goat person here. Don't look at me like I'm insane. Goat person. Goat person. Why have you not struck it down? Even if Loki made it. Let's say Loki made it. Why is it
Sake
still
of
here?
argument.
Is it a troll? Shouldn't you
We
kill
owe
it?
it to our Jarl to get him back to Valhalla.
Isn't the fastest way to get back to Valhalla is put a sword in his hand and slice him?
Not if he was brought back the first time, he'll be brought back again.
How do you know? Have you tried?
I mean, I know I'm not there, but he has a valid point.
I know he
We
does.
haven't tried to kill the Jarl.
It's one thing we didn't do. Try that. This guy's good. This guy's a good Jarl.
What's his name? Roland?
Rolik.
Rolik. Jarl Rolik. We have seen many horrible things, and we have survived them in part because of him. He has helped our village survive against unspeakable evils.
I think that you've been corrupted beyond anything I could have ever thought. We'll speak of this later. And he goes, I'm going to go. And I can't be in this city right now. And he rides out. And Sven turns to you and goes, this does not bode well. I'm sorry.
I know.
And he follows. The Jarl, your former Jarl looks at you and says, that could have went better. I'm sorry, but I needed water
I know.
for a bath.
I
can't help it. It's a speech impediment.
just go.
He walks off. What are you going to do?
I don't know what to do. We don't have a witch anymore. I'm the only one who can make this right
What a
right now is
damn
Grimir. What I am going to do
Whoops.
is I'm going to make sure that we are ready for a fight.
Okay.
So I'm going to kind of mobilize whoever's there.
All right. Later on that day, a leaf shows back up. So I've been to a few of the cities that Rolik oversees, or the few of the towns that are nearby. He's been gone for a few days. Remember, all of this stuff is happening because you know
Right.
you've had several days of what you think is sleep.
Right.
And you guys have been on the sea for a week or for 4 days, and it'll be 4 days back. So there's a lot of time going on. So it's all kind of loose. Anyway,
So what does Leif have to say?
most of the people aren't thrilled that he's been talking with priest. Well, it's not just Saxons, it's the French and the Italians. The more that we come in contact with them, the more that they have started trying to convert our people. He's a fair ruler, but he's very much a traditionalist. He believes what he says, that noble class should rule, women can't be jarls. So you might be hitting a stone wall on that front. Maybe when Grimir gets here, if he can show that he's tough. Maybe he's gained some weight and looks tougher than he usually does.
For sure.
Eat.
I used to be a 90-pound weakling.
Now
Now I'm an 80-pound weakling.
It's 75.
75. You're mostly
No
bones.
one's gonna kick sand in my face again.
Because they'd be worried that they might seriously hurt me with the sand.
Okay.
Wah, wah.
Anyway, if he decides that the city is because you filled him in, if he decides, stop it, both of you. If he decides that he needs to cleanse the city, he will. And from what you said, he was not happy with seeing our Jarl, our former Jarl. Anyway, that's all I know for right now. So you start getting people together.
Yeah.
So before you guys leave, right, the Saxon woman that's been helping him comes up to you, and she's probably about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months pregnant, probably about 4 months pregnant.
What?
And she comes up and she says,
No, I didn't.
she says to you, and also his thrall, come up and say, you can't let him take any of those books. You've got to get him away from the books. He won't stop reading them.
Well,
I mean, he will if we throw them overboard.
True, and I would not be against that. I think that might be the best way. He's obsessed. He keeps talking about his brother.
He did mention his brother.
He did. Well, I mean, I guess we could try and just go and take him instead of letting him come.
There's no trying. You can take him.
You literally are 4 Grimirs. You're 6. So.
How many Grimirs am I?
How many? You're 1.
No.
You're half a
lame.
Grimir.
Lame.
You're half the Grimir I used to know.
Or at
That's
least
actually
80%. Yeah, you're 80% of the Grimir I used to know. Anyway, you can't let him take those books with him.
All right. Well, then we won't, I guess.
Well, safe travels. You should leave soon before the rain starts again, which will be soon. Yeah, literally. So what do you guys want to do? He's still up in his room studying. By the way, make an idea roll for me.
Ooh.
Wow. No, still made it. 82 under my 85. Oh. I never liked this place, but to find the city of pillars and then the place beyond, we must go through here. This is where the whore fucked the snake and started the lies we have all heard. Her name has been stricken, her identity corrupted. She could have been so much more. But instead, she's just a snake fucker. Last part. Grimir's notes.
So,
I mean, he's obviously enthralled with the book. Take him.
I guess so. That's our only option.
Bag on head?
Do we need that?
Only if it's a black bag.
not one.
Vikings.
Sorry.
How do you guys want to approach this?
Well, we weren't going to leave until the next day.
Right.
So,
But he doesn't know. He has no concept of time anymore.
right.
It's tomorrow. Oh, is it?
But I'm saying, what day is
What?
it?
I'm on the boat? What?
We might as well just wait until the morning and at least get some rest.
Fine.
You just want to go back by that seal.
No. No, I don't, actually.
I haven't thought about the seal at all.
Now that I've seen what's in the seal, no, I don't.
So you're sitting at your desk and you're reading about this and you're trying to figure out what these passages mean. There's symbolism. And your brother is standing there, and he walks over to your desk.
I just want to start trying to bounce ideas off of him.
Do you talk to him?
Yeah.
What do you say?
If I know he's here, I mean, I would just read him aloud the passages and ask, what do you think? The City of Pillars, is it an actual place or a reference to some other place? That's what I'm trying to figure out, Ottar. I can't tell how much of this is to be taken literally and how much of it is like one of Bragi's stories. Maybe something meant to express a different idea. What do you think?
Are you prepared to die?
I mean, we're all born prepared to die.
Seriously, do you
Ottar.
feel that way?
Well, it's an inevitability, isn't it? It's what we do. Not Father. Well, he did, but now he's not.
Mm-hmm.
But that's an exception.
Do you think this book has some kind of way around it or something?
Well, there's reference to immortals, but as you know, only gods are purported to be immortal.
Do you believe in gods?
You know I don't, Ottar. No, but clearly the author of this text did.
He puts his bloody hand on your shoulder.
Can I feel it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you feel his blood start to seep through your clothing and onto your skin. And then you feel it pierce your skin.
Ottar, you're hurting me.
I'm not
Ow.
hurting you, brother.
You are, actually.
He starts to slowly dissolve into you.
Please,
Yeah.
Ottar, stop. Please stop.
Brother,
Ottar, please stop.
his face starts to sink away. Can you give me a sand check?
All my family members want to get in me or jump out of me. Like, what's the deal?
Now your breath in.
30, I'm fine.
Okay, so you wake up suddenly, and it's morning, and you're at your desk, and you've got all your notes and everything in front of you, and your brother is standing across the thing, just staring at you.
Morning, Ottar.
The door opens. Sir, it's time for you to leave. I'm sure your friends will be here any moment. I'm very excited to see the town again.
Is this Onfroy?
Yeah.
Yeah, are you coming as well, Onfroy?
Well, I'm your thrall, of course. Should
Of
I
course.
come in?
Yes, no, you should, of course. That is your...
Anwen in her condition cannot come, but
Is she sick?
she's pregnant, sir. She's been pregnant
Oh.
for a while.
Oh, she hadn't told me.
Yes, she did, sir.
No.
Pretty sure. She didn't.
Anyway, sir, get your things together. It's going to be a long trip.
Yes, did you speak to the monks about allowing me to bring some of these
I did, and
Translation
they
text.
said they would rather they stayed here for safekeeping.
Onfroy, I'd appreciate it if you would go and speak to the head monk and have him meet me here in the chamber. I'd like to make my case
Sir,
to
please
his
don't
face.
do this. This is dangerous. Just leave them here for
Onfroy?
now. A few months, please.
Onfroy,
I'm sorry, sir. I'll go speak with them.
do not forget your place, Onfroy.
Of course, sir.
And tell him I wish to speak with him here and
I will
explain to him why I have need of the text.
I'll bring him up right away.
Thank you, Onfroy.
Of course. So, it's morning. You guys wake up.
Let's go get him.
Knowing you
Well,
two,
We
you
stop
walk
and eat a
through.
turkey.
You walk
Eat
through.
a turkey.
It's a dead turkey then.
Just any turkey. There's a turkey.
That turkey right there.
Well, hold on. Hold.
The thing that's funny is I didn't remember because it's a fantasy track, so there's turkey in there. I didn't realize I wasn't thinking historical. I gotta redo it. Turkeys.
Vikings had discovered,
Vineland, yeah.
Yeah.
Vinland.
and when did Leif Erikson discover North America?
Newfoundland.
A lot earlier than you expect.
Right, so like it's conceivable
They got
could have
turkeys.
got some turkeys,
At least one turkey,
One turkey.
maybe two.
right?
So
We eat those turkeys.
They're dead now. There are no more turkeys.
That's how it happened.
That's why you don't see turkeys anymore.
they're the rare
We thought it was
Norwegian
8 through 10,
turkeys
but
that
it was a zoo.
were eaten out of existence by the Northmen. The Norwegian. They were vicious birds.
I
Okay.
have a second mouth in my stomach.
Well, you literally you actually tilt back a little bit.
Oh, Jesus.
What do you want? What are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna just
Going
walk in
together.
and?
We're just gonna go in and Grimur, it's time
Time
to go.
to go.
Yes. One moment. I need to collect my things.
No
and
time.
Onfroy went to get.
No time.
Hold on, Pierre.
Nope.
No,
No
wait.
time.
Make a
Yep.
strength check, and you make a
I
strength check.
freak out though. Like
Okay,
if she's
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to, if she's
No,
trying
I
to
get
pull me
it.
away
I
from.
got a 13.
I'll give you an advantage die. 'cause
Well,
you're
it's not
freaking
going to
out.
help, but here, I'm going to borrow that. You got a 13? Fantastic. I got a 35, which is a success for me, but nowhere near a 13 under 90.
So you're freaking out. You're screaming.
No, I need this
I'm
book.
just like,
I need.
You're not phasing me.
I bite her. I will straight up bite her if she's pulling me away
Yeah.
from this book.
What are you doing, mouth breather?
Kind of laughing.
Okay.
I told you we should have bought a bag.
So
look around for a
he's
bag.
biting into you as
Biting?
hard as he can.
I would.
It's like a pleasant vibrating sensation.
Are you actually hurting me?
I don't know. Ask the GM.
Actually, not really, because he's so emaciated
Yeah.
and sickly that.
Some
I
of my
know.
teeth may have fallen out due to
So it
scurvy.
seems just pop out.
Calm down, Grimur.
No,
it's time to go.
I just need this
You're-
one.
no,
Just let me bring this
you're
one.
killing yourself.
Birna, let me just bring this one. I will not come with you. I will
Fine.
jump overboard at the first opportunity.
I will bring it.
Fine. Fine.
So,
Fine. Fine.
It's time to go.
so you guys are walking out.
I put it in my gut mouth. I don't actually, because I don't want to freak him out right now.
Right. You just put it in the mucus.
We need to bring Onfroy. Onfroy needs to
Where did he go?
Onfroy is with you. He has all of your things.
He came back?
Well, yes.
Did he bring the head of the monastery?
No.
Onfroy. When we return to the village.
He was praying. I couldn't get him to.
Onfroy.
I couldn't get him.
Onfroy.
Sorry.
When
sorry.
we return to the village, you will have to be flogged. I apologize.
I really enjoy this new Grimir.
It's very
But-
different. This is.
You know.
I understand, sir.
happens?
I'm sorry.
No, Onfroy.
I
I would appreciate it very much if you would not speak to me for the remainder of this journey, as I am currently quite upset with you.
Can we go now?
Yes.
All right, so you guys start to walk out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you go down to the boat, and you get in the boat, and you take off. Now, do you take the book with you all the way down? Okay. So as you guys are going across the sea, are you going to try to avoid the seal area?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just-
Giant tentacle face came to try to eat me, and now I have a gut mouth. Yeah.
But what if it's different this time, though?
No.
You're feeling really sick. Really sick. It's.
Can we just slow the boat a bit, please?
There's no slow in my boats. They're built for speed.
Well, maybe we don't. There's no immediate rush.
There is a rush, Grimur. You've been off of the water for too long.
Can you give me a con check with the
I
disadvantage?
never really spent much time on the water. So.
Your mistake.
A 22 under my 60. I'm fine.
Even with the disadvantage.
That is, yeah.
Wow.
It was a
damn.
12 or a 22.
12 or 22.
So you're fine, but yeah, you're not liking being a. The sea air fills your nose.
You're looking a little green around the
Don't
Yeah.
say it.
What is that noise?
Well, that is actually something you would probably have to help us
Well,
with.
I do need your help, but we'll wait until we're on dry land.
Yeah, that might be better.
Whoever is making it, please stop. It's irritating.
Yes, well,
Stop, please.
get used to it for right now.
I'm going to try to sleep.
Oh, that's probably for the best.
You could take Birna's bunk.
But there's a below decks.
You haven't seen my new boat?
What manner
really
of
fancy boat.
is this,
This
Magnus?
is no, yeah.
There's a berth.
Yacht.
It's all right. So
It's a deeper part of the boat.
you guys get to the town, and you have spent the last few days just trying to keep the Jarl from attacking and killing everybody because of what he's calling the corruption. When you get there, your brother was on the boat the entire time. Every time you woke up, you saw him at the head, just staring at you. You kind of try to block him out. And you guys get out of the boat, and you tell him what happens.
Blah.
Blah.
Ugh.
I relay the information to Ottar. Bleh. He gets it.
He gets it. So, what do you guys want to do?
All right, well, take me to this Jarl that was so important to me.
I don't know if taking you
Yeah.
to him in this
Listen,
state.
I am here to speak to. Where is he?
He's just outside the gates.
Well, let's speak to him. If he's
Sir,
so intent.
Maybe a good night's sleep.
You need a good night's sleep and a
I've
good
been,
meal in
I've
your
been
belly.
sleeping on the boat.
No.
No, you have not.
On Freud, was I sleeping on the boat? On Freud? Was
Yes,
I
sir.
sleeping
Yes,
on
you
the
were.
boat?
You were.
Dream
You were
your-
Does anyone have
sleeping.
I
any?
observed that I was.
Does any of us know like herbs to put him to sleep?
I do.
Yeah, he does. I have 50 in my first aid, so
I think that's medicine.
Yeah, it's medicine.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, 'cause
have
first aid, I'm
1%
great.
in medicine, so
I've
I
got
might.
Uno in that.
Inga might.
Yes, Inga
Well,
might. That's
Yes.
true.
Oh, let's go find
If
Inga.
you're so
Without
intent.
Inga.
Oh wait, but that was
Sorry.
part of the bled, though, right?
Yeah, that was part of the black.
Oh no,
Bled.
Inga. Bottle it up, Grimir.
I mean, there's always.
It's not something we want to do.
You're making
He's
a gesture as
so
though.
fragile right now.
What is everyone speaking about?
You
I'd be
need
afraid.
to go get some sleep.
I thought there was great urgency.
There
felt
is.
No.
that one.
Well, then let us speak to this
No.
Jarl and get this over with.
Grimur, you must listen to us. It is not that simple. You should know that.
Well-
Sir, I'm gonna go get your flog ready. I'll see you guys later.
Yes, Onfroy. Actually, Magnus, will you see to it that Onfroy is flogged, please?
Onfroy.
Oh.
I would
yeah.
much rather if you did it, sir.
I see what he
Onfroy.
is
No,
doing.
I will not be stooping to flogging my own thrall.
Just bound him on the back of the head.
It's your.
Onfroy,
might
let me
kill
speak
him.
to you at length about, with my back turned to everyone,
go.
about the rules for.
Cook.
Very lightly.
Like a sack of flour.
Oh no, it's 12 hit points. That's it. Major wound, and bleeding out.
So yeah, we go lie him down somewhere where he can rest.
Please don't let him flog me. I've been working very hard to keep him alive.
We'll tell him we flogged you
Thank you.
on Fry.
Well,
He got that. He got Unwin pregnant, and he doesn't remember.
What?
What?
The Saxon girl.
Grimur was interested in a girl.
I don't know if he was interested or not. He was in some kind of weird phase thing he was going through. when he was reading the book.
He was smoking.
He was smoking.
He's really rude.
Staying
acting-
out at all hours of
He
the
was
night.
acting
Wearing
very
eyeliner.
He was acting very strangely, and
You're my dad on Froy.
I'm very impressed.
I don't know. He's just been acting very oddly. I always thought he had no interest in women or men. He just seemed very, I don't know, odd.
Completely asexual.
Where is that book?
Oh, this one right here?
Ugh, it's covered in mucus now.
Did you really keep it in your?
No.
Yeah, let's not do that.
That's just the sound it makes when I pull it out of my bag.
His bag is wet.
Mucus. I mean Magnus.
Mucus.
We need to hide that book from Grimior.
I agree.
All right.
Shouldn't we just destroy it, man? It's dangerous.
How can a book be dangerous? Just a book.
Whatever's in there has
Books
got
can
him
contain
completely.
magic. They're not.
It's got him
And look at
completely
him.
messed up.
That
Look at him.
just-
He's unconscious.
He just seems like a weird person. Well, let's
But
take
weirder
him.
than normal.
True. Let's take him to the Jarls, I
Yes,
suppose.
but you're weird, right? He's part of the family in a way, and you guys should protect him.
We're
Oh,
trying to.
Yeah, I'll just kind of. We'll take him to.
Well, we should take it to a house.
Right, we can take him to the Jarls since they're.
Any house. Excuse me.
No, we have
Deal
to
with.
put him in the Jarl's
Tuck him in.
house.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's symbolic at this point.
This is actually a really good place to stop, even though we're still a little bit ways out. I'd like to really quickly talk about what we have coming up next week. Next Friday, Black Bag kicks off our marathon.
Yeah.
The longest day.
Yes.
And we have a ton of prizes and different things going into it to be able to raise as much money as possible for charity. Do you want to, you've kind of spearheaded a lot of it. Do you want to talk about it for a moment?
Sure, yeah. It'll start at 8 p.m. usual time on June 23rd, next Friday. And over here, sorry. And yes, we have a lot of giveaways. We will have multiple giveaways. Already we've got, just for Black Bag, we have some, the horror bundle from Plate Mail Games. We have some PDFs from Chaosium and a million other things. And we will have giveaways per game. So all you have to do is donate to the Alzheimer's Association, to our Longest Day page, to be able to enter those giveaways.
And you can do that at any time, right? You can
yeah.
you can donate money now, correct?
I
want.
guess yes, as long as we can keep track of it. That's the big thing.
That's
We
the
should
hard
be able
part.
to. Yeah, but basically, I imagine for the most part, yes, we can go through and see who that is. Just make sure that you put your name on there, so that we know if you do donate.
And be in chat with that.
Yes, and be in chat.
Yeah.
You have to be in chat because we'll have to get information from you. So yes, tune in for that. We have also, if you've probably seen some of these posts, but we will have our End ALZ wall, which if you've ever seen the Alzheimer's Association, they do hashtag End ALZ, and their whole thing is about saying what loved one are you fighting for, who are you fighting for, and posting a picture of that person. So we will have a wall where we will be doing that as well. So if you have a loved one who has dealt with Alzheimer's, has died because of Alzheimer's, please feel free to send them to me at megan@savingthrowshow.com. My name is MEGHAN. And send me a little story about them as well. I'll be sharing stories. I can share yours if you would like.
Because part of what we're doing is trying to raise awareness for the disease as well. It doesn't get enough attention, and that's part of why we're doing all this.
Doesn't get enough attention, and I have personally found it to be very isolating. For some reason, people don't want to talk about it. Even my mother, who has Alzheimer's, has talked about how embarrassing it is that she has it. And she wants to hide it. And I find that is very common, but I think that's isolating, and I want people to be connected in that way. So please send us your pictures, or if you know someone, a family member or a friend who maybe has a family member, send them our way. But yeah, it should be a really cool event. We've got a lot of cool stuff happening, and Brian Patterson from D20 Monkey will be there running a game, and he's doing a giveaway, which is pretty cool. So,
Yeah. More information will be coming soon.
Yes.
There's lots of
tuned.
stuff. Lots of
Lots
stuff
of
going
stuff.
on. Also, during the week, we have our normal shows. Everything. Is this the last show in this studio officially, or is there going to be more shows? Dom. What? You're not
Well,
sure?
We'll get back to you on that.
We'll talk about it later.
Just watch. Just check it out.
There might be things coming, but
One
but we
night-
don't know what they are
One
yet.
night you're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
tune
Was
in.
that a big secret that we were supposed to keep hidden? Okay. Whatever.
Check it out.
All right.
Secrets are happening.
Big things are coming.
Bet you wish you knew what we were talking about. We'll never
Yeah,
tell.
for some reason. All right, so next week we start off the marathon. We also have our shows during the week, so we have a lot of stuff going on. Right now, one thing we will be giving away is a horror bundle of sound effects. There'll be a bunch of different loops. Some of them you've heard tonight from Plate Mail Games. We're also having a sale right now until Tuesday. So if you're interested in anything, we will, check out Drive Through RPG and pick up a couple of things. Is there anything else outside of Saving Throw going on for anybody? Anybody have anything going on?
Well, I just wanted to say that if you like the theme song for Black Bag, it is for sale on Drive Through RPG. It's called Lost Saga, right?
And it's on.
It's at the Plate Mail Games area in Drive Through RPG. And if you like that, there's lots of other music and tons of sound effects for sale. Same thing, Drive Through RPG, and that's all I have to say.
Yep.
And follow me on Twitter at Mashulu.
Well, for my other job, Loot Crate, we just announced a thing that I've been working on for a long time at E3. We are doing a Fallout crate. For those of you who like a knick-knack for every shelf.
A knick-knack.
A knick-knack on every
corpse. On every shelf.
Sorry, that's
From
the
corpses.
antique store that we got the name of the stream from. That's
What's your stream called? It's
A knick-knack on every corpse.
A knick-knack on every corpse. For those of you who like Megan's knick-knack on every corpse, we have the Fallout crate that is coming out later on in the year.
I think I saw
like the
something
shelf
online
file.
about that. Is that the one where there's an epic? Are there epic loot boxes with a Pip-Boy in them? Is that the same
Oh,
thing?
well, that's for this month's gaming crate.
Oh, that's still pretty cool too.
If
though.
you want to be entered to win our epic drop, which is 2 deluxe Pip-Boys, there's going to be 2 given away, one for each person, that are actually they're Bluetooth, so it connects to your phone.
Oh, cool.
So you can actually take calls on your Pip-Boy.
That's cool.
That is cool.
I got to wear it at the office the other day. It's pretty awesome.
That's awesome.
So we're doing that, and that's going until the 27th of June if you're into wanting to get that. And the June crate is pretty fantastic. There's a Battletoads item.
What?
Loot crate, now with Battletoads. But yeah, we're just an email capture for Fallout Crate, so if you want to know more, you should go to lootcrate.com/Fallout. Anyway, that's what I got.
Cool.
Cool.
I think that's it.
There is
Well-
no show tomorrow.
No.
No show, no stream tomorrow on Saturday. Phoenix Dawn Command has finished their season, and Masks has not yet begun its new season.
Nope.
So tomorrow,
happening.
there's no live stream. You can check out any of
So
our
it's-
replays on YouTube or our VODs on Twitch.
But Monday you can watch Couples Therapy where we play co-op video games.
Woohoo!
And then also, what's after that?
Some other stuff, whatever.
Oh,
Whatever. There's other things.
RPGES or whatever. I don't know what Donald's looking at.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it, and hope we see you at the beginning of the marathon. And
Yeah.
thank you.
Come stay up 24 hours with us.
Yay!
It's gonna be great.
See you later.
Bye.